Tell me when you're live. Aloha, friends. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's author Joe Holt with a special fireside chat for you today. It's Christmas Eve 2019, and I have a special guest, a Dlife global partner, Pygos. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, Joe? I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Great to be on your show. Always been watching your show, and the last one actually was had some very interesting content in it. So, yeah,
With
big fan of your show.
Ricardo
Yeah,
Rodriguez.
with Ricardo. I didn't even know the guy, but he's an interesting dude for sure.
Well, that's the
So
point of the show, man.
yeah,
And I made he was twisting his mustache at one point during the show. So you see that sticker I put in chat? I totally put a
yeah,
pirate hat
yeah.
on him and a
Oh
parrot
yeah,
on his
that is
shoulder.
funny.
I did that. I
Oh, I love
mean,
that.
this morning, Jency was streaming with a pirate hat on, and so obviously, I had to give her a parrot as well. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you pirate stream, but if you do, I will find you and I will make a sticker.
No, I've never done a pirate stream.
Hey, this is never too late.
That's never too late.
It's
Yeah.
never too late. All right, sir. So there's only two questions. Sometimes it takes 4.5 hours to ask them, but there's only two questions in this show. The first question: Your name is Pygos. What does that
Yeah.
mean to you? How did you come up with that name?
So Pygos actually that starts with in the beginning I had a different game name, which was Nutley. As a kid, I went through the Netherlands playing actual like little tournaments in games such as Quake 3, Arena, and I don't know if you know these old school games, Unreal
Hmm.
Tournament,
Hmm.
um, those kind of games. And now I'm completely not an FPS gamer anymore, but I used to. And basically one day I arrived at a tournament and basically someone told me like, you know, why don't you take this name? And basically I took another name, which was Dabia with an at. Well, with the at sign, you already know that that's not really available in many games. So then eventually I ended up playing a game called GTA San Andreas. We played
Hmm.
GTA San Andreas roleplay server.
Yes, heard of it.
And yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. So, and I took on the Godfather roleplay. I took name Pygos and then last name Fizzerini to have like a little bit of Italian in there. Um, so yeah, I started role playing with the name, and I kind of kept that name forever. I started playing other games with that name. Um, even some people, like some really good friends, just call me Pygos, and that's all they call me. So yeah, it's definitely that is kind of where the name comes from. I've also competed in like a little esport tournament with this name, so it's definitely yeah, it's really stuck to me,
Wow.
and I like the name, and this is what I go by. Also
Wait,
known as Pygos the Crypto Pie, because I do mostly cryptocurrency and gaming, and that's pretty much the sum up of what I love to do. So um, yeah, absolutely.
oh, don't worry, guys. We're gonna get into crypto. See, look at that. Chat's already
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Where's his charts?"
Uh,
Did
okay.
did you just say you did some pro gaming? Like,
Yeah. That's actually a video.
nice.
Back in 2000 and I think 17 it is. I tried to get into Team Liquid on
Hmm.
um Play Breakaway. But Play Breakaway, as you all know, maybe you don't know, it's from Amazon Game Studios. But they canceled the game. We used to play that, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours a day at least. So yeah,
Wow.
we definitely practiced that a lot. But now, you know,
So where
uh,
do you live right now? Where are you from?
I'm from the Netherlands. Yeah,
The
from the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yep, and Team
Ah.
Liquid is actually in the Netherlands as well. It's a Dutch team. I'm always rooting for Team Liquid, guys. If you are rooting for an esport team, for me, it's personally Team Liquid and G2 Esport. That's my two teams. But hey, everyone has their favorite team, right? So,
Nice.
um,
Actually I know about Liquid. That's cool, man. I'm stoked. My family is from Denmark, actually.
oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, so second question, And it's the last question, so it'll be a quick fireside chat, I guess. I don't know.
No, the name is not that interesting. That's why.
All right.
I
Well,
mean, it's just the name, you know.
so the second question is, when did you start streaming? Like the very beginning, and kind of at the same time, why? Like, what got you into live streaming?
Okay. So I started streaming, I think it was 2014 or 2015, actually. I started first streaming on a platform called Owned TV. I was studying myself at the time, and I had good internet. Well, I was at my parents' place in the beginning. I didn't have good internet. So when I got into academy and then studying, I had good internet there, and I was mainly streaming League of Legends and World of Warcraft. So yeah, it was on Owned TV. It's actually before Twitch.tv. Do you know it, Joe?
I do. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Now I don't have direct experience with it, but I have heard of it.
Okay. Yeah, so it was on Own TV, and I mean, it was a lot easier to grow. And I always wish I could have started back on Twitch in the early days. But because I moved back, you know, after academy with my parents, and we didn't have that great internet, so I couldn't stream on Twitch, which was unfortunate. I mean, you know, you could have grown so easy back. Well, it's kind of like with any platform, right? When it starts, yeah, you can grow easy. So that is something I wanted to have done, but I couldn't. So as soon as I heard about, you know, Dlife, actually in the beginning, Joe, in the beginning of Dlife, I wasn't too interested in it because it was on the Steemit platform, right? And Steemit to me is not the most, it's not the best place, because back in 2017, I was on Steemit. I posted a lot of stuff myself on my personal account, and I also had a whale account together with people probably know the whale groups. And what we did was not entirely, I guess, fair, but we got paid to do it. So we did it anyways. And that is, we curated content that our leader would tell us to curate. So let's say maybe you were good friends with the group, right? If you were good friends with the group, let's say, you would put up an article, and basically from there, we would curate that content.
Mhm.
And if we would curate that content with a lot of steam, you would earn good. Plus, we would get paid by our leader. So yeah, I didn't like Steam completely. I didn't like the whole Steam community. So when
I
I heard
tried it
Dlife,
actually. Same thing. I tried it and I saw a lot of like space for abuse,
yeah,
like what I would call abuse, and I kind of quit using
oh
it.
yeah, I mean, I admit, you know, we abused the platform, because, well, I mean, by curating the people that you want to curate as a group, you can really bump someone up to the top.
Hmm.
So yeah, and that was very simple to do just by paying, basically buying Steam, and then you know, curating someone upwards. So that's what we have done
All
for
right, so
quite a while.
all right, so hold on, because I'm supposed to be directing the show, I think. Um,
Yes.
so when did you start streaming? Because I forgot what we were talking about for a
Yes.
minute.
I started streaming in 2014, 2015 or so on own TV,
Okay, and then
mainly playing League of Legends and
how long were
World
you
of
there?
Warcraft. I was on own TV actually till the end. So
What
yeah.
does that mean? Like
Um,
when did that end?
so it ended basically in 2016 or something.
Okay, and then
But
what did you switch to after that?
so after that, I actually switched to YouTube together with some friends. We started a YouTube channel called youtube.com/gamerhouseeu, and we started making gaming videos, right? Together with me and then like 2 or 3 other friends. We started uploading, mostly me and then a good friend from Bulgaria. I don't know if he's watching right now, Diamond. But yeah, I started making videos with him, and then yeah, I mean that kind of grew fast. However, well, you already know. Now we get to the crypto content, because basically in about 2017, I believe, end 2017, I started my crypto YouTube channel, which I had a lot more fun in, because it was something new, something daring, you know, something fun to do. And I mean, I'm very passionate about both crypto actually, but a lot of people don't know. I'm also very, very passionate about esport and gaming in general. Um, so
All right, so we're gonna. I'm look at this. I've got. I don't know if you can see this yet. There's a whole list of questions for you. All
Oh
right.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah,
So,
I see that. I see that.
but we have to do this in order, and there's only two questions, so we have to get through. We have to get through the first two
Yeah, I
questions.
see it. I
All
see
right.
it.
All right. So, when did you come to Dlife, and what and why? Because you were
Okay,
streaming on YouTube, right,
so
live.
mhm. So I came to D-Live actually, not even a year ago. Um, so I came to D-Live in about February, I think around the same time as you, Joe. February, March. Well, I came to D-Live in February. Started watching some streams. Actually, the first stream I watched was Preparian.
Mm.
The guy with the epic beard.
He's in
Um,
this. He was in the chat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Prep is always here. Yeah. So I watched him and I didn't like his content in the beginning, guys. I didn't like his content.
Shh.
He he was playing Apex Legends and the shooting, I obviously came from Twitch and then, I kind of wanted to see really awesome content. So yeah, I watched for a little bit. I was like, nah. Luckily later on I came back to Prep because Prep's an awesome, awesome dude, guys.
Here
Definitely
we
check
go
him out.
again. He says, "Here we go again."
Definitely check him out. But yeah, the Apex content was very mediocre. So yeah, I didn't really want to watch that too
So
long.
mediocre.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Wow. I've never had a guest throw
Oh,
someone under the bus before. This is new to me. All
I
right.
am.
Now
I'm
let's keep.
always yeah, I'm always brutally honest, guys. If you ask me a question, I will tell you what I think about it. So
Oh man, I
um
gotta, you know what? I'm not asking this one then. Jesus. All right.
okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
okay, okay. Oh yeah. That's just how I am, right?
All right, so
You
so
know,
you got
oh,
to
yeah, so
I got
in
to D Live about January with Zonda. And yeah, and I was gonna say
okay.
you showed up pretty much right at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, around January, February
Not
is
of
when
2019.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, of 2019. However, my I had a Lino account way earlier, right? Because I thought I
Hmm.
could invest in Lino.
Hmm.
Um, so I thought I could invest in Lino, but then I heard that it was for big angel investors and like institutions. So they invested in there. Luckily, I didn't. Because like, let's be honest, we're not on an exchange yet. So I mean, if I would have put money in, I wouldn't need to wait forever, right? So that is not something you want in crypto at all. But yeah, coming back to D-Life,
All
I
right, hold
started
on. You know
actually.
what? You know what? This is your pie goes. We're not going to be able to not talk about crypto.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
mainnet. Everybody wants to know.
No, no, we'll do that in a bit. We'll first go with D-Life. We do one subject at a time. Okay,
Well,
Joe?
hey, you were. It's oh, here we go. Okay, okay. I just
Yes,
want to.
yes.
All right, all right,
Okay. No, I do stray away from subjects
all
sometimes.
right.
So on D-Life, guys, on January, February of this year, I kind of came to D-Life, started watching Preparian, started watching LT Zonda. I had heard about LT Zonda before because he followed me on Twitter before I even followed him. So I don't know. That was kind of interesting. So yeah, basically I started watching LT Zonda pretty much daily because I liked his content, right? I liked his content. It was fun. He's not the best gamer by any means, but it was definitely fun content to watch. And whenever someone would throw a Magini, he would do like these funky sounds. I was like, yeah, yeah, this guy knows how to stream. He's putting up a good show. So I like watching that. That's actually where I met you as well, Joe. I
Hmm.
think I saw you in his channel like pretty much every day. Every
Yeah,
day the same people were there.
well,
So
it's interesting because I followed LT Zonda on Twitch for a number of years. We played games together, right? But I
okay,
never
cool.
streamed. When he switched to D Live, started streaming January of 2019. I came with him as
Yeah,
as his moderator, and so I modded every day for through January and February. And he's the one
yeah, I
that
saw that.
convinced me to start streaming the beginning first of March.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually remember your very first stream when you talked about your books and whatnot. I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
yeah, I do remember it. I was like, nice layout, nicely done. Definitely someone that knows how to set up. At least I think you know how to set up a business, and you have that entrepreneurial mindset. I do believe that. Um,
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we're
Not
very
not a
much.
fan of working for other people, and that's what's beautiful about live
Yeah,
streaming is we could do it on our schedule in our way.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, going on from there on Dlife, I started streaming. Um, I believe Apex Legends for a little bit, right, on PC. I'm not the best, guys. I mean, we once had on the stream 4 wins in a row, but I'm not the best by any means at FPS games anymore. So I thought, like, well, what can I do that is unique? And I was like, well, I have a crypto channel, so let me just start streaming some cryptocurrency content. And well, a lot of people were actually interested, which surprised me because it's more of a gaming platform than a
Hmm.
crypto platform, right?
Sure.
But it's actually awesome to have a combination of gaming and crypto. That's what I do on my channel.
Mhm.
I usually start out with the chart. What do I think about Bitcoin? Where do I have positions? I show you guys my positions transparently on the chart. Um, you can even see how much money I make. Well, I used to do that. Now only a small account, because if I show my big account, one time someone tried to hack me. So that's unfortunate. But those things happen, right? Those things happen. So what actually happened there was someone tried to hack the account, and from there, they not shut down, but they locked my account on that certain exchange, and well, I had a $400 loss because I couldn't get into my account. So I was like, you know, let's not do that again, and let's do a small account so people are not that intrigued to go and try and get in, because of course they can't get in. But if you try to log in any website, probably even DLive, if you try to log in like 100 times, then they're gonna lock your account
Mhm.
for suspicious behavior. So yeah, basically from March, I think, was it March when the Division 2 came out?
I
Um,
think, yeah. Well, I got it for free when I bought
yeah,
a Radeon gaming computer, and it
yeah, I
took.
got it for free as well from actually a good guy who's now unfortunately gone from DLive. His name is Flint. I don't know if you guys remember him. Very, very small streamer. But I thought he was cool. And well, all of a sudden he's like, here, have a key, because he works for a phone company or something. And they gave him a bunch of keys, and I got one as well. So I was like, oh, let me check this game out, right? I played Division 1. So yeah, tried out Division 2, and it did okay here on DLive as well, with it as well. Um, you know, did most of the content. But once again, that game doesn't keep me occupied too long, because, well, once you're done with the content, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, I
So,
dropped it pretty quick too. But I've never been a FPS guy.
oh, okay. Yeah, I used to be as a kid, but not so much anymore. I mean, people say I'm still good at it, but it's like, I don't really like playing it too much. I like playing MMOs, guys. And I know I'm good at MMOs too. So, because what I did actually on World of Warcraft, I played for a guild called See Ya Thursday. Not sure if you know the guild. We did world races, so we actually got to number 17 in the world. So I mean, it's not in the top 10 by any means, but if you guys know how big World of Warcraft is, that is definitely an achievement, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I played WoW
So
for 10 years when it first came out, but not for a while
oh
now.
yeah, yeah, I love WoW. I
And
still
it
do.
caused me, oh my God,
Um,
I almost got divorced over that game.
oh shit,
I mean,
oh
we ended
shit,
up getting divorced anyway, but yeah, like
yeah,
that game,
yeah.
WoW can steal your life force, all of
Oh,
it.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
So, oh, let me make a quick announcement because I forgot at the beginning. Just so you guys
mhm.
know, it's the holiday season, it's Christmas, and we have a streamer here on D Live. Her name is Killer Queen R, and she she's had some issues recently with she's in a wheelchair, she has medical bed, and her insurance company basically denied her request to repair her medical equipment, which is insane. So I'm gonna drop a link in chat. It's for her GoFundMe. If you guys would like to help, if you want to, if you can, just share it. If say you don't have any money, that's fine. Just share it, get the information out. But any donations today on the stream, any lemons, any subscriptions, anything like that, that's all going to Killer Queen. And look at Pygos. You're awesome. Yeah,
Oh
any
yeah, that's my
lemons,
killer.
any lemons donated to Killer Queen goes to her directly after the show. And in case you guys are wondering how, if you go to any streamer's channel and you go to a replay video, you can donate to them even if they're offline. So that's what I'm going to be doing, donating. And then if you guys, like I said, if you don't have currency on Dlife and want to donate directly, there is a GoFundMe. So thank you for any donations. I'm not going to call them out though, because it tends to derail the conversation. But
Yeah.
yeah. But Pi goes, and she's been on Fireside Chats too, guys. If exclamation point YouTube in the chat, you'll get all 45 of the
Oh,
Fireside
YouTube, eh?
Chats. Oh, we're gonna talk about you. Look at Pi
Yeah,
goes. You
we're
see him
definitely
wince.
getting into
You
that.
see him go. Ah! Yeah, it's because we're gonna talk
Oh,
about YouTube, buddy. Don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah.
I like that we're gonna talk about him, and then we're gonna post the video on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Exactly.
amazing. All right,
So,
so keep going, please.
yeah, continuing on with Dlife, basically, I did Division 2 for a little bit. Then, of course, the day came where I started playing a lot of blockchain games. They were fun for a while, but in my eyes, right, blockchain games, I like to play them because they make me money.
Well, sure, yeah,
I mean, they are not the most fun, right?
right. I agree.
I don't think so. I mean, some people say they are, and maybe they are for them, but for me, they're not. I've been a gamer my whole life. Actually, my dad, he started an IT company, so I probably have the entrepreneurial spirit from him. But yeah, he had an IT company. So basically, when I was growing up as a kid, I was already building some computers here and there. Yeah, I've always been in basically the whole IT culture. My uncle also is a programmer. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing. And I started playing games. Actually, I have videos. My mom has a video of me playing Doom and whatnot when I was 4 years old.
Nice.
So yeah, those things are fun.
Get
And
that
Jazz Jackrabbit.
uploaded, man. Get it uploaded. We
Oh
need to
yeah.
see it. We gotta see it.
Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny.
Tiny Pi
Um,
goes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dig it.
Actually finishing Doom, super happy as a kid, and then jumping around. So yeah, that is funny. Those things are fun to see. And I love my mom for having made videos like that, because I think it's so important that you have a lot of video material from when you were a kid. I mean, photos are only so
Well,
much.
now hold on, Pygos. I'm gonna have to stop you there, buddy, because when I was a
Yeah.
kid, everything was on VHS,
Mhm. Yeah,
and
same,
that
same.
they're gone. There's
Oh no.
they're gone.
Yeah. So what my mom did was she put the VHS material onto DVDs. So
Nice.
that's there forever, and now it's also on USBs and whatnot. So yeah, it's there forever. Luckily, because I know VHS. Yeah, that is where I grew up with as well. All the old videos, right? All the old videos. They were definitely fun. Yeah, I'm from the '90s, so yeah, I'm from 1990, so that's why. Yeah, I definitely grew up with
I'm from the
VHS
'90s. Yeah, me too. Well, I'm
and
from
Nintendo.
1978, but so I
Oh, okay.
got Atari and Nintendo, and like I progressed through them as they came out, basically. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
fascinated by games.
Oh, yeah. So
So
we actually have like close to me, a city close to me has a museum about video games, right? Like really old consoles, and I went there. So I played on the very like first Atari. I played on like all the old consoles. Um, it's definitely fun to do that, right? I mean, playing Pong on this what is it, oscilloscope. I don't know. It fascinates me how games were made. And that gets me into you know um actually, no, we'll keep that because we'll keep with Dlife. I'm straying away again from the
hey,
subject. I'm really good at that.
I'm just
So
sitting here pretending like you're not.
exactly. I see that. I see that. So in I think what was it, guys? Yeah. How can I forget? So on my birthday, April the 22nd, guys. April the 22nd is when I got my verified partner here on Dlife.
Nice.
Um,
2019.
Yeah, 2019, April 22nd. That is when I got my my VP here on Dlife. So that is something that, I mean, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. Not only did they give me VP, but it was also my birthday, and a lot of people showed up. Coco, you guys probably all know Coco Bear. He gave me a very special XC. The developer from Chain Monsters gave me a Chain Monster that pretty much no one else has as well. So that's a day I'll never forget. That was
That's
actually
awesome.
very, very special.
So I
Yeah.
don't know if you see stream right now, but my brother Bad Doggy is my graphics
Nice.
design and OBS
Oh yeah.
guys. He just
Oh yeah.
added Christmas lights to the
Ugh.
screen.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like
That's
that.
funny. All right, so
Um,
you pick up VP.
yeah, I got VP, and on the 22nd of April, which was really cool. I didn't expect it at that day. So I was like, oh, let's do a stream on my birthday. Later on when I come back, because I had a party with some friends of mine. We went go karting and whatnot. So basically coming back, yeah, I did a stream, and yeah, the stream was absolutely insane. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And moving on from there, well, not too much further, right? In July, well, actually, no. Let's get back to when was PewDiePie? When did PewDiePie came to the platform? I think
Right before
that was
the.
April, right? That was
I was gonna
April.
say it was pretty early. It was before summer.
That was before I was VP, guys. That was before I was VP. So here's the funny part, right? So basically, I got about 200 followers, and then PewDiePie came. PewDiePie came, and well, me talking about blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Well, I don't know. Like, I just started growing from 200 to 1,000 in pretty much like a week or two.
Wow.
So I was like, holy damn. And well, I didn't personally want to apply for GP, right? Because I thought, and I still think it's very crazy. So I didn't really want to apply for it. But then people told me, like, just apply for it. Just apply for it. So okay, I'll apply for it, right? And you guys, well, everyone that knows me, basically, well, what I say, right? I will never announce on Twitter something huge like that. Like, not when I apply. When I get it, yeah, sure. But when I apply, no, I would never do that. The same thing if I were to ever leave Dlife or leave any platform, I'm not going to make a stream saying leaving this, because I think that's attention whoring and I absolutely disgust.
Yeah.
So when I see someone doing that, yeah, you're losing respect to me. Absolutely. I don't like that kind of stuff. So basically, when I got my GP, which was in July, yeah, we had another really crazy stream. From what Dlife told me, Tidy said it was the second biggest stream for global partners.
Nice.
Whoa. Right? That is kind of crazy, because I'm the smallest global partner on the platform. So I was like, whoa. So even though that kind of got to me, that tells me that numbers are only so much, but it's more about engagement than anything. With anything in what's it called, like video and streaming. So any content creation, it's more about engagement than your followers or um, anything like that. It's more about engagement. How much do you talk to your people? How much do they care about you? How much do you care about them? How much do you know about them? For example, I know a lot about my viewers, right? You can ask me a question about my viewers, and I'll definitely know where they're from. I'll know a lot of things about them, because I'm genuinely interested in the people. And if you are only concentrated on numbers, well, there's a chance that you'll have a lot of numbers, but there's also a chance that your engagement with them is quite low, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about that, Joe.
It's actually the larger the channel gets, the harder it is to be personable, right? Because the chat scrolls so fast.
Absolutely.
I watched this gentleman on Twitch for a while called Co Carnage, and he would have every day 10,000 people in the channel.
Oh yeah, I love
When
Co.
when he played certain games, he would get 20, 30 plus thousand people in the channel. You can't keep up
Yeah.
with that. You just can't. And he would try, and he had, like pay to comment, which you can kind of do here on Dlife now, right? You can put in a comment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets very difficult to to moderate a really busy channel, but also B, to get to know each individual. So I mean, I've
Oh,
heard a
absolutely.
lot of D-Life streamers, not a lot,
Mhm.
a good number of D-Life streamers say, well, I need more people, right? More followers, more viewers. I
Yeah.
need VP, GP, whatever it is, and I'm like, listen, enjoy your channel while it's small. Seriously,
Absolutely.
you get to know everyone, and it's nice, right? So
Yeah.
don't be so
Absolutely.
concerned about hitting certain goals in time. Trust me, if you're doing it right, you're gonna hit your goals.
Well, what I would say is, so I often don't even have my stream on my other monitor, right? Because I have either the chart or something else like Roll, which we get into, like my own cryptocurrency on there. I have that up, and I just have the chats up because I don't care about numbers. Whether we have 20, 40, or 10 viewers in the channel or 5, it doesn't matter to me as long as we have a chat going and we can talk to the stream. And also, if you are just starting and you don't have a chat, I mean, you don't have anyone in the chat yet, talk about what's going on the screen, talk about your life, talk
Mhm.
about anything. Um,
Mhm.
I mean, I've obviously learned that back on YouTube because I talk to myself all day.
Right, right,
Yeah, I mean, if you make a YouTube video, you have to talk to yourself.
right.
So, because it later on goes onto YouTube and people love hearing that. So, yeah,
Well, one
maybe
tip.
before you start streaming, maybe start a YouTube channel first and learn how to talk. Learn to talk about anything really. Um, while you're playing your games. I mean, it's very important to keep talking. If I go to a stream and no one is talking and just and well, it is an exception, right? I would stay if that person would absolutely beast at the game. If he's an esports star, sure, I'll stay. I'll watch. I'll see how it goes. But even those people, I mean, let's take the most extreme example here, right? Let's take Shroud. Shroud even talks, like he just keeps talking. And he never talks to his chat, but he keeps talking to himself about the game, about what's going on. So even just keep talking, guys. Basically, that's the
Well,
most important thing.
LT Zonda
Keep
actually
talking.
gave me a really great tip when I first started streaming, because I was the same way. Like, I can talk a lot, but it's
Yeah,
different when you're streaming, because you're like, well, what do I talk about now, right? But what
yeah,
Zonda said to me is, if you're, let's say he's, being a gamer playing a game, whatever's going on in your head, like, man, I need to go over here and do this thing because the next thing is that. He goes, say
yeah.
those words out loud.
Exactly.
It's
That's what I do too.
Yeah, it's
Um,
actually really, really
yeah,
easy to talk
yeah,
if you just say what's in your mind. See, you would be insane if the camera wasn't on, right? But
yeah,
with the
yeah.
camera on, it's just called live streaming, so it works.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so no, no, absolutely. And I mean, just keep on talking, and I think you'll do well. Anyone can do well, especially on a platform like DLive is still very small. So it's easy to get exposure. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly. That's what when I've had people ask me about streaming and starting streaming, and should I go to this platform or the other platform? And like you just said, the beautiful thing about DLive is it's a small community still. It's
Yeah.
very supportive, and if you want to make a name for yourself, this is a very easy place to do it. It's
Also,
very easy to get noticed.
um, there's a huge thing about DLive that Twitch has and Mixer has, which can be a pro or a con, and a lot of people don't see that. Is in Mixer and Twitch you can embed streams, right? DLive you cannot embed streams.
Hmm.
Now I'll get to the point why this is important, because if you embed a stream, let's say you're on Twitch or on Mixer, right? And you embed the stream on a popular website and you put it on 1 pixel, um, and you put the volume on 1, that means that you are getting viewers and this is just for exposure, right? So on Twitch, you would get exposure or Mixer. Since DLive doesn't have that, you don't have any fake viewers, so to say. Um,
Hmm.
they're not fake, but those people are like on a website. They can be completely unrelated to that specific,
And because
game
it's
or subject.
embedded, you would still get
Yeah,
credit for the viewer.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty sweet. I dig it.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I did to help people find me, being, I used to build computers, towers, and websites and web traffic and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
I bought authorjoeholt.tv, so the name, my
Oh,
DLive name.tv, and forwarded it
nice.
to my DLive page. So
Oh
if
yeah.
if somebody asks you, hey, where do you live stream? You could say pygos.tv if you did the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's super easy, right? That's easier than explaining what DLive is. It's easier than saying dlive.tv slash whatever. Um, but it's like yesterday, the electric company came out, actually ruined my live stream, but whatever. They came out to
Oh
change,
damn.
to change the meter out to a smart meter.
Mm-hmm.
And so it cut my power off. Well, while she was here, I gave her a business card, said, hey, I've got this live stream tomorrow for Christmas. So
Oh
Ebony,
yeah.
if you're watching, Merry Christmas, aloha. And I
Oh yeah.
passed out
Merry
the
Christmas,
card.
ever.
Yeah, and it had that on there, and she's, I didn't have to explain D Live or anything. And actually, I find living here in the country where I do in Southern America, people don't even know what live streaming is,
Oh shit.
right? They just
Oh
don't.
yeah.
So if I say I have a live podcast, they're like, oh yeah, I know what that means, right? Because they know what a
Mm-hmm.
podcast is. So it's I still find that what we're doing here, like I'm 41, I didn't even know what live streaming was until I found LT Zonda on Twitch a couple
Yeah.
years ago. Never even heard the words. My brother started live streaming, doing some glass blowing stuff, had like 5 cameras, all this stuff. I was
Oh
watching
damn.
him. Yeah, actually, Bad
That's cool.
Doggy, who's in chat, just real clever with that stuff, and it
Mm-hmm.
was new to me. So just so you guys know, if you're a young streamer, those of us that are like 30 and older, 40 and older especially, we didn't grow up, there wasn't an internet, there weren't computers, there weren't cell phones, right? So live streaming, that's a completely foreign concept to somebody 30, 40 years
Yeah.
old. Tell them, go tell your friends, go tell your parents, tell them what it
Oh yeah.
is.
Absolutely. I mean, that actually gets me to example. When you go get a haircut or let's say you go to the dentist or something. Talk about it to them as well. Say like, oh yeah. So they ask you always, right? What do you do? Say like you're live streaming as well, and they might come and check you out. So that is
Yep.
definitely something. Tell the world that you're a live streamer, and there's already that actually gets me to the next thing, right? That's already your first viewer. Let's say people complain that they don't have any viewers whatsoever on any platform. I don't care where you're streaming. Tell your mom. If your mom loves you, she will most likely put on the stream,
You know
and
what's
there's your
funny?
first viewer. There's your exposure of
My
at least one.
mom, my mom, two of my brothers, and my 2 sons were my first viewers.
There you go. There you go. But it helped, right? Because
Oh yeah,
that gives
yeah,
you like 4 or 5.
yeah.
And then yeah, and there you go. So
Yeah, it's so funny because like a lot of my favorite streamers, when like Dab plays, Mama Dab's in there, Sean Hawk,
oh yeah,
Mama Hawk's in there. It's like
yeah. I love that.
I love
That's
that.
that's awesome. And Sean is awesome as well. Like I I actually been watching Sean basically from the beginning as well.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been talking to him a lot on Discord and in calls and whatnot. He's awesome, dude. Absolutely awesome, dude. Hope to meet him someday.
Me
Um,
too.
no,
Yeah, I'd love to meet Sean.
definitely.
So if you
Yeah.
guys are distracted, I on
No.
the screen, my brother continues to add things. There's now snow across the bottom.
Oh yeah, I see the snow and the snowman and
There's
stuff
now
like that.
snowman. So he's having a
Oh.
good time. And I appreciate it. Um,
He, wait,
what?
but he's doing that on OBS, right? Um,
Bias. Don't be putting hate speech in my chat, man. That's against the community standards.
is he doing that on OBS or what?
He actually Dropbox. So
Oh, on Dropbox. Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
so I
Through
actually
the cloud.
I've had some major traumatic brain injuries, and I have trouble
Mhm.
with this stuff now. And so
Yeah.
I want to tell you guys, the reason I'm saying that is, if you're like, how do I stream? I don't know how to do any of that stuff. The software, right? I don't either. I don't either. I'll be honest with you. OBS is a mystery to me.
Oh,
However, you could
okay.
pay a professional. They can fix your stuff for you.
Oh, I'm
And
sure even you would probably have a friend that could just help you out for free,
Well, no,
absolutely
but
free.
no. Look,
Um,
these guys work the program. These guys work hard for, and they should be paid. I don't like
oh no,
the
graphic artists do, but I
yeah.
mean, just setting up OBS, that's a little bit insane.
Right, but he but
um,
he not
uh,
only set up OBS, he made all
okay.
my overlays. He designed my
Yeah, I like it. I
logo.
like it.
Like he did, yeah. It's so what, and he's using Dropbox to modify my files in real time. Like now, look at that. Now there's snow.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, I like
snowflakes.
that. I like that.
So if you have, a really smart, really clever graphics design guy, that's going to make all the difference for you as a live streamer, right? Like if I
Oh,
had no
absolutely.
overlay, you and I couldn't do this, right? We
Yeah, it
need
would be really boring to watch. At least, well, it's more pleasant to see, a cool custom overlay that is completely themed and everything. So
yeah,
yeah, I love this absolutely. That
yeah,
I want something, right? That I want something.
yeah, yeah.
So
But I
yeah,
just
it's
want to
eye
say,
candy.
because a big part of this show, Pygos, is trying to encourage new streamers, right? Trying to educate
Oh
viewers,
yeah.
things like that. Even educate streamers that have been doing it a while that don't know. And I'm constantly still. I've been on Dlive a year. I'm still learning things from streamers. I go to I watch different streamers every day, and I'm
Hmm.
still seeing new things. Matter of fact, let's jump into something about you that I learned recently.
Okay.
Pygos is a cryptocurrency now.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Oh yeah. Talking
That's
about that, guys.
crazy.
Gonna
I'm
drop
like,
some in the chat.
when he did that,
Gonna
I
drop
was
some in the
like,
chat here.
wait, I want a Joe
So
crypto, and he said that could happen.
there you go,
So
guys. Claim it fast. That's 500
somebody
for you.
somebody click on that. You get free
Uh,
crypto. Pygos is a
yep.
cryptocurrency. Okay, how?
There you go.
How?
Okay, so that is actually interesting. So it's on the Roll network, and that one is once again on the Ethereum blockchain.
Okay,
Um,
Ethereum. Somebody
so
asked me, and I didn't remember Ethereum.
so
Okay.
Ethereum is the number 2 cryptocurrency in the world. So Bitcoin is known for its, it's the mothership, right? It's the value. Um, that's the value of well, every crypto is measured in Bitcoin. Um,
Oh,
and then
okay.
Ethereum is like the second one because people make, you can program on it. You can make scripts.
Hmm.
Basically, it's made on Solidity. If you know Solidity, you can write your own, basically any DApp on it. Decentralized application. Um, and people have been doing it as crazy as just games, but also things like identity. Identity on the blockchain. That is something that's coming. So, and I think that's a really good thing
Wait,
because
so hold on. So is that like with DLive and the Lino blockchain where they said we're going to add more D apps? Is that kind of
so
like Pygos
yes,
being a D
yeah.
app on the Ethereum
Well, so
blockchain?
Pygos is just a token.
It's a
Um,
token.
yeah, it's a token.
Okay.
It's a token that will have its own value depending on the value that you can, as a streamer, put behind it. So, for example, for Pygos, guys, you can actually get rewards such as one-on-one coaching from me, which costs me time.
Oh.
So I have 2 of them, um, and that will be all that's there. And MVP, which gets you in my Discord, we have an MVP channel where you can directly see, even when I'm offline, I update that when I'm taking a trade, where I put my stop loss, so where I cut my losses, where I'm looking to take profit, and all those things. So yeah, you're learning directly with me in the MVP channel more than ever.
All right,
Definitely
but
way
hold
more
on.
than in the
But I
free.
want to clarify because I'm still
Mhm.
okay. I am. Let me preface this by saying I don't know anything about cryptocurrency. Okay, like
Look at Cordoza there. He has
I'm
45,000.
I'm learning about
Uh,
cryptocurrency because DLive, because Steemit, because Lino token, trying to go to mainnet, right?
yeah,
I'm learning as we go. So you've created a token, much like Lemons on DLive,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
that has no monetary value, or it could based
It
on
could.
whatever
Yeah.
you're willing to put up as value. Right? So
Yes.
maybe it's money, maybe it's time, maybe it's a toy, whatever the thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
so you create the value for your token, but what does
Yeah. So
Ethereum have to do with it?
So
How does that tie
let's
in?
take first of all, let's take Joe Crypto, right? Let's say you wanted to make Joe Crypto.
I
I
do.
think that's a nice
Do.
I don't know nice
It's got
thing
a
to do.
great ring.
But so
And
what
it sounds like a
um
superhero. I just want to
yeah,
put
before
that
you
out
do
there.
that, what do you want to add as value? Because
I
I
didn't
don't,
know
you
I
know,
had to add value.
once again, I'm brutally honest, right?
Yeah,
And there are streamers as well on Dlife, and I'm not going to name any names because I don't like doing that. But they also have a role thing, and then what you can get as rewards is that they put on a costume. I mean, is that really value?
oh
Would you
yeah. I
buy
mean,
that with your Ethereum, with your real life money for someone to
yeah.
put on a
No,
costume?
no.
Yeah, probably not. So there's actually a lot of people on Roll that are artists, and um, they put art on there that you can buy with their token. I think
I
art
mean,
is value.
to
So
be honest, I think I would skip all of that
mm,
and just give my art away in random giveaways or some book like my book. I write books.
yeah,
I have this like custom merch that Epic Merch made me. I just give it away.
yeah.
But
But so if
I
you would
could
have your
use
role
that.
exactly there, you could do it.
Ah,
That one or your books. So you definitely have value, Joe. You definitely have value.
yeah. I mean, they're
I definitely think you
tangible.
can add value to it.
I have tangible assets with a monetary value that I could,
Either tangible assets, or you could maybe
or
teach
time.
people how to write, or
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like a skill.
Hmm.
So there's definitely value. And Forza J was actually the first one who I saw with Roll, and then I was the second one.
Hmm.
So and Forza J had all kinds of funny stuff. I was like, yeah, I don't want to buy any of this, except for he had one thing, and that's axes. Well, axes are value, so
Mhm.
that's
Right,
cool.
right.
But I told him, like, why don't you add um, Apex mentorship there? And now he has that
Ah, that would
because
be
he's very good at
incredible.
Apex Legends.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of the best in the
So
world. Literally one of the best in the world.
yeah.
Yeah,
So definitely, I was like, why don't you add that? And people, I mean, that's very valuable to me, at least.
yeah.
Um,
That's
so
cool. I okay. So how if somebody wants some Pygos, how do they get it?
for my personal crypto, it's in my streams. I always give 1,000 away for the first 3 people. So it's like the early
Ooh.
bird get the worm, right?
Hmm,
And
hmm.
then every now and then I also throw in another 500 to like about 5 to 10 people,
Hmm.
depending on how many are there, that can get it as well. So,
Yeah, I
and then on
remember
top of that,
you gave me
when you
500 the
subscribe,
other day when I came in.
yeah, exactly. That's the random drops that I do, and also as a cashback bonus, when you subscribe to my channel, you get 750. Right now, the last few days it was double because I had a little event going on with Pygos, a Christmas event, where you would get double. So whether you subscribe on Dlife, on Mixer, on Twitch. Well, my Mixer one is not there yet, but on Twitch is there as well. You would get 750, and the last few days would be 1,500. And of course, a Guinea gets you 1,000, and a Jet will get you 10K. So that's just the cashback thing. And I saw a lot of people copying me after that, which is fine. I mean, that's business.
You're a
So
trendsetter, Pygos. You're a
I mean,
trendsetter.
with the cashback, yeah, I was.
You're a
I
global
saw a lot of people
partner.
doing it afterwards. I was like, okay,
Listen,
cool.
you've hit the highest tier attainable on D Live, global partner. People are gonna look
Yeah,
at you, they're gonna emulate you because they think they can do the same thing and it's gonna work for them. And I want to
yeah,
say it's not. You've got to find your own thing
mhm,
and do it well
absolutely.
and do it better than anybody else. And that's what's gonna work for you.
Yeah. So, what I actually did, that gets me actually to my before I did crypto, right? I had my own store, my own web store
Hmm?
in virtual goods. So I sold power leveling, I sold
Huh?
golden games as well. I had people working for me from all over the world, and I sold beta keys and alpha. And why did I sell these things, right? Beta keys and alpha. Because back in the day, guys, we didn't have founder packs on newly released MMO. So the only way to get in was to sign up and then get lucky. So what I did is I wrote a bot, a script that would sign up to the website, right, with different IPs, like thousands of times. So I would get emails with keys in there that I would then sell. So my cost basis was zero, except for the script package, basically the programming package that I had to buy, like the software to write it. Because I'm not a programmer. I'm more of an artist. So basically, I had to do visual programming with that software and sign up like thousands of times, and get keys and then sell those and make money. So I had that business for I think 1 year, nearly 2 years, which was called Game Keys for Gamers here in the Netherlands. And then my web store was called dynafixmmo.com. So it was very popular on Epic MPC. Together with two other guys, we were the only ones that were pretty much selling, alphas and betas. You guys probably all heard about Overwatch, right?
About
Overwatch.
Overwatch, yeah.
Yeah. So what I've done there is I was actually the first one to sell an alpha account, or an alpha account, someone, and that was actually here's the crazy thing, right? That alpha account I got from Blizzard themselves. So a Blizzard spokesperson, someone who works at Blizzard, started working with me, providing these accounts, even though they were sending them out. But yeah, I mean, he wanted to make some extra money, and he had the right to do so, because he was, well, let's just say,
I mean,
somewhat
it
of a.
sounds illegal, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It
It does
sounds
sound
illegal.
super illegal. I don't know.
Because I
But
have some
anyways,
experience with Blizzard too from back in the day with EverQuest, and
yeah.
I was I won't go into it because I don't want to throw the person under the bus that I knew, but I was getting I was getting like custom art posters, these huge fold out posters with all the
Yeah.
concept art and all the individual characters and free expansion packs to give away, and yeah.
Oh yeah, it was probably not allowed, but we're all human after all, and he just wanted to make an extra penny. So I decided, like, yeah, we'll do a 50-50 split,
But I
Um,
got to tell you though, just so we're providing all the information. When
yeah.
I was a Marine, I was playing World of Warcraft a lot, and we would in EverQuest when those two were out, and we would
Oh yeah.
go like earn some epic weapon or piece of armor, and then
Oh
I
yeah.
would sell it on eBay, and then
There you go. You did the same
right,
as me.
and then
Yeah.
people would buy it,
Yeah.
and then you give it to them in game. Well, we got away with that for like a year, maybe more. Actually, I didn't think we were doing anything wrong because what I was selling them was my time. It took
Yeah.
hours and hours and hours to get this thing, and you're providing money to pay for my time. Well, the companies didn't see it, Blizzard and all these guys, they didn't see it that way, and they started suing people for intellectual property rights. And
Oh yeah.
so that all stopped. So just so you know, like you may get sued if you do something like that. So just if you guys are
Oh,
listening,
absolutely.
be
Absolutely.
careful, about how you approach something like that.
Always know where you're from as well. Since I'm from the Netherlands, it's way harder for them to sue a company here than it is to sue a company in the States.
That's true. Yeah,
Because
every state has different laws in terms of
yeah,
crypto and gaming and
you
money
need to
and
know your laws.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a good point. That's a
Mhm.
good point. This is an international platform.
Yeah. So
So once you picked up global partner, like what did anything change for you? Like, did you feel like a different
so
person or
no,
like you
no,
had a
not at
different
all.
mission?
Because global partner, I I really appreciate everyone for believing in me to become a global partner. So once again, that I'm the smallest global partner here. I didn't think I would get it because I saw before I got it, right, Joe? Before I got it, there were a lot of people that applied that are way bigger in numbers, way bigger in everything, that got denied. Which was, I mean, one I knew he would get denied because of his content. But the other one, I definitely thought like, why did he get denied and I got accepted? Um,
I
and I
got I
think,
got denied, to be honest. But
Mhm.
I'm glad they denied me because at the time it was right, large donations were required and things like that.
Yeah,
And I don't promote donations at all on my channel because I don't
I'm the
need the
same way.
money. Yeah, I don't keep the
I'm the
money.
same
I
way.
give it all back anyway. So
Um,
I'm glad they denied me because there was so much pressure for some reason that I was putting on myself about it. And I realized after they said no that it was completely unnecessary anyway. Like I'm doing what I want to do. I'm
yeah,
happy. I'm streaming. Mission accomplished.
yeah, I'm the same way. Like on my streams, I've never ever um put a dono goal up there, or how many subs I have, even though
Hmm.
I might do that because people want to see how many subs I have.
Oh,
So and then they're asking for it in the
why do
chat
you
themselves.
why do you
So if
think
people
that
ask for it, then sure.
why do you think the
Mhm.
Dlife doesn't show that automatically? They just show it to the streamer.
Because it's private, right? It's private to see how many subs someone has.
No, that's why I'm
But
asking why though. I don't
Mhm.
understand why that would be private.
Well, that yep, you got me there. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
see what I mean? Like I know
Um,
it's private, but why? Like
yeah,
who for instance, to be
on Twitch you can see it, so I
well,
don't know
yeah,
why
like on D
Dlife
Live,
can't.
one of the requirements of
Um,
VP, verified partner, global partner, is having a certain number of subscribers,
mhm.
right? Well,
Yeah.
if people could see that I don't have enough, maybe they would be more inclined to sub. I don't know. I
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know,
No. Absolutely. And that's why you can put it on your stream as well. But once again, I've never done that unless
hmm,
someone asks me to.
I
It's
see.
the same thing on YouTube, right? So on YouTube, I have a crypto channel, and
Do
I've
you
never.
though? Do you though?
Yeah. Yeah. Do I?
We're gonna get into
So
that. We need to get into
yeah,
that.
we'll get into that. But basically, on that channel, I've never sold anything. Even though I can sell courses, I can sell one-on-one coaching, I can sell whatever I want in the cryptos. But at some point, people started commenting on the videos saying like, we wanna be able to monetarily support what you do because it costs time. And I think
Mm-hmm.
they're absolutely right. Thinking
Mm-hmm.
about it now, after what I've done in the last year, um, for example, I've spoken on a big stage and whatnot. I definitely think yes, for my time, I should be paid a little bit.
Now, what do you
Uh,
think about
but
viewer lists being public? Like who's actually in the
we need
channel?
that. We absolutely need that, Joe.
You think
And
so?
I'll tell you right now why.
Please do.
It's not
Yeah.
so much for the viewers to see the viewer list. It's much more so more bots can be created on Dlife. You can make really cool bots like a loyalty bot that gives out. There's so much functionality that opens up if you have that. So yeah, we absolutely need that.
Wait. So, all right,
Um,
hold on. I was trying to track you there, but I don't think I understand. Like, now here's okay. I'm gonna play the. I think the term is devil's advocate, right? The opposite.
yeah, yeah,
I don't want a viewer list because sometimes I want to sneak into somebody's channel and watch them for a little bit, but I'm too tired to interact, right? And I know if they know I'm in there, we're gonna have a
yeah.
conversation. I just want to listen and lay down and be still. So I would totally be busted if there was a viewer list.
Oh yeah. Now this actually gets me to a point. Like I hate it when I go on to Mix or Twitch, and I go into a channel, right? And it automatically says, "Hey, Pygos, welcome." I absolutely hate that. I absolutely hate that, but because maybe I just want to lurk. Um, so, and then every time someone comes in the channel, it also spams, right? It's also a spammy. Um, but yeah, we do need a viewer list because of the reason that you can do so much more with bots and Tidy knows. If Tidy is here, he knows you can add loyalty things and you can do so much more. And it's also
Well,
easier to see if someone were to be view botting or anything like that. So
well, just so I
mm,
mean, to be fair to Tidy though, you and I have seen how much work Tidy has put in,
yeah,
specifically Tidy, with
absolutely.
Tidy Labs being
Hmm.
how we change our alerts and the sounds and
Yeah.
I mean, that man single-handedly has made my streaming experience considerably more entertaining.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we need the whole tidy laps, right?
Oh,
It's cool.
Flo's been lurking. Damn. See, we do need a viewer list.
Yeah, but well, yeah, we definitely do need a
We need
viewer
a
list.
viewer list. No. Okay, so
But purely for
please
the functionality.
explain.
But
Please explain
maybe
why.
what could be possible, right, with the viewer list is that we could not click on it. Maybe that's possible. I
Wait.
don't know. I don't see why it would not be possible that there would be a viewer list, but only for the staff to see or whatever. Just so the functionality is there. We need the functionality. That's all we need. So
I don't know. I would be the advocate against it. I don't want a viewer list. Not because
well,
it
if you can't
wouldn't
see
be.
it and no one can see it except for staff, that's fine, no?
Oh well, yeah, that's fine. If it's a back end thing to help,
Yeah, exactly.
usability, then by all means.
Yeah, then you have more functionality.
I
with the
I
bot.
would have thought there would been something like that anyway. Honestly, as a
Maybe
back
there
end.
is. Maybe there
See,
is.
maybe,
I don't know.
yeah, but
But then
don't
the functionality would be there, right? And why does Tidy?
now.
Because Tidy is a I would say he knows how to make things.
He knows when
So
you are sleeping. So to me,
so
here's an idea though. Here's a way to find lurkers. You open up your chest
oh
and
yeah.
give away lemons.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's
I find lurkers
true.
like that all the time, and I had 69 lemons, so I gotta, we gotta give it back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so all right, let's carry on. You're a global partner now,
Yeah.
and it's still Lino. Lino is still a site token. It hasn't gone to mainnet yet, which it still hasn't gone to mainnet yet.
Yeah.
But look at Pygos getting on the top of the list. Look at
I'll
this
just
guy.
throw it right back at you, bro.
He's a farmer. He's a farmer. I
Oh
saw it.
my
I
god.
saw it.
Hell yeah.
So
Farming.
then when Lino got pulled off the site because obviously we're trying to make it a crypto.
Yeah.
And they started their own IDA, which is site token, which for Dlife is lemons. What were you thinking as a crypto guy? Where you're like, okay, this is awesome,
Okay.
or were you worried about donations?
Guys, I'm
or
going
like,
to be brutally honest here,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I've been brutally honest to Stone Crypto as well in my own chat. And that is when I asked Lino, the question, right? Because this is what I do when I invest into. Back in 2017, we invested in a lot of ICOs. These are initial coin offerings before a coin goes onto exchange. What we always know is a circulating supply. If I don't know a circulating supply, I don't want to go big because. So personally, guys, you can all know I only have 20K Lino stake. It could have been, it was 100K. I simply cashed it out in Bitcoin. Probably did a good thing because Bitcoin is at 7.1 here, 7.187. So, and since we do not know circulating supply, then it could be very, very dangerous because what if the circulating supply would be 1 billion, right? If it would be 1 billion, then the price of Lino might not be 1.2 cents. It could be way lower. If it's 10 billion, then it's definitely way lower because you have to see at the supply of Lino, and then that's how you can see the price.
Wait,
Because
so you're insinuating that the quantity of any crypto directly correlates to the price?
100%.
Now,
yeah, it's scarcity. Everything has to do with scarcity.
Okay, now that makes sense. But didn't they say Wilson and those guys? They were saying the reason that they want Lino to stay at a lower price point, that where you're making your money is those locked rewards, right? And the content rewards. Am I saying that right? I could be way wrong. They expect it to stay as a lower price point.
Now you have to look at it from the point of view from the investors, from the early days.
Okay.
We don't know at what price they bought. However, we do know that Lino was 1.2. Do they not want to get a double? At least they want to see a double. In crypto, a double is nothing. They want to see probably like 5x, right? We call that a 5x. So they want to see 5 times their money. Well, right now, first of all, guys, I do not think Lino will list right now. And that is because if I look at the Bitcoin chart here, it's just not the right time. If you were to list right now, you would
I
be
agree.
in big trouble.
Isn't
Because
crypto on the down right now?
yes, yeah. Bitcoin
Yeah.
is still in a bear market. A bear market means a market going down. A bull market means a market going up. That's because, well, bulls have horns, so they push it upwards, and bears have paws, so they
Oh,
smack
okay.
it
So if
downward.
it's a bull market, it's going up, and if it's a bear
Yeah,
market, it's going down.
yeah.
Okay. They should
So
do
currently we are in a bear
like
market.
a goat market or something because bears are strong.
So
It's
yeah, that's
confusing.
actually yeah, exactly. So what was actually going on right now? Like a few days ago, some really big crypto people on Twitter, right? They were saying we're currently in an ape market because the price is going just stupid mode. We had 10 million sells, 10 million buys, like all the time, just
Well,
fluctuating,
I
flipping
would
up and
like to
down.
say I have
Um,
175,000 Lino locked, and that's
Stake.
staked.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa, whoa.
yeah, I have
Um,
175,000 Lino
yeah.
staked. No, the
I mean,
reason is because I love Dlife. I don't give a damn if I make money. I don't give a damn about
so
Lino in particular. To be honest, I care about Dlife, and that's
so
what
I
Dlife,
wanna
you know,
yeah,
was
I
on.
basically just want to tell you, Dlife was on Steam before on Lino. Lino and Dlife are not direct. Like Dlife it's a dApp, right? We
Right,
see
right,
dApps
right.
moving um, from one smart contract platform to another all the time. So yeah, Dlife could move, and then so Lino
Although
doesn't
there was, I want
necessarily.
to say though,
Mhm.
Lino, they had an live, a broadcast on D Live where they basically said, could D Live leave? Well, yes, they're separate companies, but would they?
Yeah,
Probably not. In terms
yeah,
of
probably not.
value, locking value to the platform.
So as a staker and like a big staker like you are, what you want to see on Lino happen is not just D-Line. You want to see more D-apps, more dApps
Right, exactly.
onto the Lino ecosystem, onto the Lino blockchain,
Right.
um, and also that are being used a lot. And what you want to see, of course, is a low circulating supply. If you are going to see a circulating supply of 10 billion, I feel for you. Because
There's still no public information about what the circulating supply of Lino
no,
is.
not at all. Not at all. So personally, guys, what I am going to do with Lino is, let's say we get listed. We don't know, right, what exchange, but the best thing would be for us all, and I know some people don't agree, is Binance. Because in America you guys can't trade on Binance. I understand, but still the best thing for you as well to see is Binance. I'm sure you have someone on the platform that you trust enough to sell it.
It's
So
called
um,
Binance.
yeah, Binance. It's the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. They trade billions. Like basically, they trade billions, right? So that is the biggest exchange in the world. If it were to be listed there, personally, what I would do is I wait, and if it goes up a little bit, sure. If it goes down on a dip, then you can buy. Much more safe. You have a chart to go by. You can put a stop loss. You can do the whole trading. Um, Investing into something, I have invested into many things. I am an ICO expert according to CGS, which is the coin governance system, um, where we govern new projects, right? We govern new projects. I have meetings every week, at least one, where we go over a new project, and it's very interesting. But at the same time, it's you see projects coming by with absolutely awesome functionality, right?
Mhm.
Um, like for example, we have one right now that we might want to list, and we don't know yet that we might want to govern, and that puts real estate onto the block, and not just real estate. For example, you could own a house with like 1,000 people. They all have like a little part, which is an awesome system. But at the same time, we don't like that circulating support because it's messy.
Mhm.
Um, so that's not good for the price. And you always need to look at it from an investor's perspective, right? If the investor cannot make a lot of money from it, why would they invest? So what we told them is, they need to put basically cut their supply, by 10, by
Mhm.
tenfold. So if they do that, then sure, we can govern them. If not, then we are not governing them, and they can go to a different party. So
Well, something that I'm still very confused about with blockchain in general,
yeah,
but speaking about Lino, there was the push to get Lino validators, right, to validate
yeah.
blockchain transactions. Okay, I know those words, but I don't understand what they mean. So what? How do validators? What does that mean? How do they interact with the blockchain? How do they affect the transactions?
So okay, so a validator is someone who owns a massive amount, um, and they how do I say this in layman terms? Because I need to explain this in layman terms, right? Basically, you make sure that the transactions go through the blockchain properly, that there is no
I mean, is it a
how do
fraud,
you,
like a fraud filter? Is that what this
no,
is?
no, 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 like a traffic jam. Right, so there's no
Hmm.
traffic jam. If you lose validators in Lino, not so much, but let's say we take EOS or something, or anything, right? And we lose a block producer in EOS, then and they are not doing their work properly, then you could get a traffic jam inside the blockchain. It's very difficult to explain.
Wait, so if they
It's
don't do if the validators don't do their job, the whole thing
so
crashes?
first of all, right? So Bitcoin is a proof of work mechanism. Proof of work means there's miners, right? There's miners primarily in China that mine Bitcoin. When they mine Bitcoin, transactions also go. They help with the throughput of transactions. Um, proof of stake. Now that is the other one, which is the other consensus algorithm, and that is what Lino is based on, and that is based on the validators and not just the validators. Also, you can stake as well, right? You are staking probably,
Mm-hmm.
so you're also helping the blockchain.
Right. Well,
In that regard.
that's why I'm doing it, not as an investment, just because I
Mm,
know it helps.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I
Well,
mean, it
I
is an
mean,
investment
it is an
potentially,
investment. It is an
but
investment.
I could also just lose a couple $1,000s,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
so guys, what could happen to the prices? It could spike up 5 times, but it could also go down 5 times, right, or 10 times. We don't know. Um, and especially if you don't know circulating supply, it's going to be very, very difficult to know what is going to happen, because there's a very simple formula for how to calculate market cap,
Hmm.
right? Market cap is how much is in total in there, right? So market cap is the price times the circulating supply. Then you get the market cap. So if you know that,
Oh. I,
that gets me to a point, right? So you have multiple cryptocurrencies. You have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, you have Ripple. Number three, we're going to talk about Ripple here for a second. So Ripple, people think that's cheap, right? Because it's like 90 cents or whatever. It's not cheap, because look, so when you invest into a project, or when you think you're going to invest in a project, right? Always look at the market cap and do not look at the price. The price will deceive you.
ah.
Um, it's about market cap. If a market cap is only, let's say, 1 million, it's very easy to go up, right, to 2 million, and you have doubled your money. Where the price might be in the start 100 and go to 200, or the price might be $1 and go to $2. It's about the market cap. That's what
So
it's about.
that's why everybody's saying it's important for Lino to be transparent about the this circulating supply, total circulating supply of Lino.
Yeah. Well,
But
so the total supply doesn't matter too much to me, because, for example, Ethereum, we do not know total supply, right? And people are still trading, and people love it.
oh,
It's the number
okay,
two crypto.
okay.
But the circulating supply is important. Yeah. Because the circulating supply, we can calculate the market cap. If we don't know the market cap, I'm not an investor. Like,
Hmm.
that's crazy. But yeah, just like you, I wanted to have some stake, so I did 20K. And to help out the blockchain a little bit. It's nothing crazy.
So
But
Cyber's comment, I'm not sure what that means. It said the moment they fund a node, they are rigging the integrity of the network. What can you say that in English for me?
the moment they fund a node, they are rigging the integrity of the network.
Now I understand that's his
Um,
opinion, but I don't
yes,
understand what
no,
he's
no,
talking about.
that's not just an opinion, because those nodes are supposed to be by anyone, right? And that's why I thought it was very weird when we did the voting, right? We did the voting on the node. It was more a popularity contest than anything.
Oh, exactly what it was. Yeah.
And that's not the right way to, because you want people that are very knowledgeable in charge of your node. You don't want necessarily the most popular people. Let's say you would want to be a validator. Would you be knowledgeable?
No,
probably not, right?
Not at all. It's not. There's no. That's not a question. I know nothing.
So there you go. So yeah, that's a problem because it's based on a consensus of all the people, but the validators way more than us. They validate the network. And
now here's a question. You seem incredibly knowledgeable. Would you be a validator? And yes, why or why not?
No, I would not be a validator. I don't consider myself very knowledgeable in the fundamentals of crypto. I consider myself knowledgeable in the trading of crypto or trading of anything, because that's what I've been doing since 2016. I've had thousands of hours into the charts. I can read candlesticks. I can read pattern formations. I can read Fibonacci. You probably know Fibonacci, right?
It's everywhere. I know the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know about Fibonacci as a separate entity. I also don't know about reading candles. Is that like a witchcraft thing?
So what does that mean? Everywhere in the world, right? Fibonacci is everywhere in the world. When you chop down a tree, it goes this far, guys. So if you go into the rainforest, they chop down one tree, right? And they look at the amount of branches that it branches off in. And they can, of course, not know exactly, but they can do an estimation of how many trees are in that entire rainforest by looking at the Fibonacci ratio.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and the same in the Mona Lisa.
They're actually they're making advances in solar energy by using trees and the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah, and satellites are based on Fibonacci as well, fractals. It's very interesting. I would definitely recommend everyone to check out the video Fractals on YouTube. It will teach you so much that you probably didn't know. One of the most interesting videos I've ever seen. Fractals. It's called Fractals. So
I'm going to just throw a quick plug out there again because I want to mention it more than once. For anybody that's just joining us today for this fireside chat, any money donated today is going to go to Killer Queen, another Dlife streamer here, part of the family. She is paralyzed in a wheelchair, has medical bed, and her insurance denied fixing them recently, which is insane. So we're trying to help her raise money. So there's a GoFundMe set up, but any lemons donated today are going to go directly to her after the show. So I appreciate any help. And if you cannot donate, that's not a problem at all. But if you could share that link on your social media, that would help get more exposure, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much.
Hell yeah, guys. Please share that.
So question about Lino though, because I think Cybergrinder's onto some stuff. My question is, if they go to mainnet, wouldn't the legal, right, the laws then apply in terms of what they can do or can't do with moving money around or funding nodes or all these sort of questionable things? Doesn't that then at least, because right now Lino is nothing. It's not even a site token anymore. It's not a cryptocurrency. It's in
legally
limbo.
Yes. We've seen it before, and I don't really want to go there because this is pure speculation, right? What could happen, and it's very dangerous since we are on Cosmos. Everyone's happy that we're on Cosmos, but you shouldn't be, because what could happen is that all that Lino gets transferred into a different token in one go, and then they run. I'm not saying it will happen, but it's theoretically possible by being on the Cosmos chain. So that is something that normally what Cosmos is used for is for exchanges, right? For liquidity. So they have liquidity from multiple exchanges in one. But it can also be used in a bad way, that I just explained. So I mean, I'm not the happiest person that Cosmos is there. But once again, I only have 20K.
All right,
So
so I'm gonna play the other side, which is I don't know anything about crypto or blockchains
mhm,
really, right? Other than the little pieces I picked up on
yeah,
Dlife. So my side is well, Dlive and Lino have been working together. Lino's been working with Dlive since Lino started, right? Like Lino
yeah,
started
mm,
with Dlive. Now they're separate companies, let's be clear, but that's how Lino got its start was with the D app, Dlive. So for
mhm.
me, I want to see Dlive succeed. If Lino is that intricately tied to Dlive's success, then I want to see Lino succeed, which is
We are not
why.
anymore though.
Well, now that's leading me to my question. So
Hmm.
the thing that's still confusing to me is, when Lino was still the site token, my streaming rewards, lock points rewards came back in Lino, which I used to
Yeah,
support streamers. Okay,
same,
now,
same.
right. So now Lino is not the site token. The IDA is now Lemon.
Hmm.
And yet I still get my staked points and my
In
content
Lino,
bonuses in Lino, which is not, I
absolutely.
can't use it. I can't do anything. I can't sell it. I can't use
No.
it. I can't trade it. I can't
Mhm.
cash it out. I could stake it again, right? That I'm not terribly happy about. I was hoping to see something happen by now, but I would rather them take their time, get this right,
Hmm.
than rush it. There's zero positive things that will come out of Lino rushing to mainnet. And if they're still making what you, not you specifically, but cryptocurrency experts would deem are mistakes, such as funding nodes, which is something I don't even understand,
Yeah.
then I would rather them figure that out first before going to mainnet, right?
Well,
Like,
so actually, mainnet, Joe. Mainnet could be really good for D-Live, right? Because I'm going into a topic now, which involves D-Live, Twitch, Mixer, whatever, right? YouTube, Facebook. Um, what Mixer recently has done, right? They have purchased streamers, literally. Let's be honest here, guys. I mean, yeah, Ninja can tell you anything. Um, but that he wants to go back to his roots and all this stuff. But let's be honest. They got offered a nice contract, a nice amount of money. I think D-Life also needs to get the funding. In order to get the funding, is to go onto an exchange, and the price needs to pop up because then they can sell and get Bitcoin, and then, of course, the Bitcoin goes up in value, and they have more money. If they have more money, they could perhaps also get contracts of bigger, maybe not the biggest streamers, but like bigger streamers, and that also gets the platform more exposure, right? And then you get more people on the platform. Some
mhm.
people are against it. When PewDiePie came, people were against it. They were like, oh yeah, but now I don't get any views anymore because everyone's watching PewDiePie,
That's not
which
true.
is
That's
that's not
complete
true at all.
bullshit anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, if you are afraid of others, that is stupid. You should
Yeah,
embrace
that's a red
others
flag.
and and try to network with others. Now I know it's impossible to network with PewDiePie, but yeah, try. You can definitely network with. Let's say we get some bigger streamers. You can definitely go in their channel, say hello. Start talking to them, be genuinely interested, and start networking with. Right, and that can help you out as well.
Exactly.
So um, so yeah, I do want Lino to go to mainnet because it would be beneficial for D-Life. I'm sure the D-Life people have a lot of Lino that they need to sell as well. They are in the same boat.
We
They
all
are absolutely in
agree
the same boat.
that we would like to see it go to mainnet. I want to see it go to mainnet when they're ready. Now they said fourth quarter 2019. I think that was a bit ambitious because they've honestly
Yeah,
got
that
like
is ambitious.
a week left for that to happen. So that's not going to happen. But the thing that upsets me and everyone, I mean, I was talking to Zonda about it and he contacted him
Yeah.
directly and he was met with silence. There needs to be something. This is supposed D Live. The whole idea was decentralized. Lino is going to change the world. Great. Keep feeding us information, but don't go silent for extended periods of time when you're holding our money in your pockets. Right? That's
Yes.
how a lot of people feel about it.
Well,
So,
now let me. I mean, so it's different than when you invest money. Because when I invest money, it's my own money that I earned either for trading or whatever, right? Or
mhm.
working, whatever you do. Um, Lino, most of us, we got our Lino through streaming, and then getting donations. So it is still earned money, but it's at the same time, you put your time in, and
Well, not
um,
for me. I mean, I basically
unless you bought
100%,
Lino.
like 100% of the Lino I've given away, and then I purchased Lino
Okay,
to
so yeah,
to
then you are an
stake and lock.
actual investor.
Yeah,
I would
because
consider you an actual investor.
yeah, that was the whole point for me was I want to invest in Lino and Dlife,
But
and I want to give
but
away everything I earn with my time.
right, Joe, but Charles did say, do not buy Lino as an investment, right? And I think that is very, very key. Um, because it, well, Charles, once again, guys, is just Dlife, right? So he is not the one in charge of Lino,
Right,
right?
right.
So it's not an investment. It's still not an investment. Once it goes onto an exchange, then it will start going. This was not an ICO. There's a difference between the ICO, an initial coin offering, and what we did here on Dlife, which was earn our Lino, and then you can stake it,
Mhm.
right? And you can of course also buy it, but the buying was more for to contribute to streamers, right? To help them out, to
Mhm.
subscribe, to throw them some Lino. Nowadays, Lemon, and that gets me to the next point, and that is Dlife. When you donate now, you give them Lemon, which is a token on the Lino blockchain, right? I mean, they can call it what do they call it again?
IDA.
Uh, IDA. That's
Yeah.
whatever. See, I don't even know. I know better because it's just a token.
Right. It's a
It's just a
side token.
token.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just a token. Just like Ethereum has token, right? So it's just a token, and that also it alleviates a lot of I guess you would say stress that Dlife and Lino need to work together because they don't.
Right, right.
If Lino, I mean, if Dlife wanted, and let's say another big blockchain would pop up and they would actually do it, a proper funding with everyone around the world, not just angel investors, um, which in my opinion, if you do it that way, you have a way higher chance of scoring a massive 10x or whatever you want, right? As in the game, than with just angel investors, because that the problem I have is how much Lino do they own? See, that's why I want to know circulating supply. How much Lino do they own? How much can they dump on us?
Who is they?
The investors.
Oh,
There's not many investors at all,
well,
but
but there's
there's
there's that 12-week unlock thing. So you can't dump anything.
yes,
You've got to it comes out in
and probably
increments.
even longer. It's probably like half a year. When you are a big investor, as an institution, you often have like rules like half a year or a year or whatever that you can dump after. But how much are they going to dump after that? Because those investors, they invest in I don't know how many projects. I know the investor because I worked on my YouTube channel together with DDEX, which is a decentralized exchange, and the same investor invested in DDEX, and guess what happened? They dumped their DDEX. So, of course, I mean, as an investing company, you get in, you get your 2, 3, 4, 5x, you dump it, and you look for the next project. Like that is how
So
you
it's
do it.
not you're not
Um,
long-term investing.
no,
You're
not at
looking
all.
for money for value.
At the moment, that is what you do,
I see.
because 99% of the projects will fail. 99%. So if you go to coinmarketcap.com or CoinGecko and you look at all these cryptocurrencies, right? 99% will fail. There will only be a few cryptocurrencies that will stay. It was just like, I mean, I was a kid in the .com boom, but let's be honest, how many of these .com companies are still there, right? We got Yahoo, we got Google, we got Amazon, we got a few, right? that from those days.
Mine failed. I had GoDaddy domains, and I got
There you go.
they GoDaddy
Oh.
tried to sue me, but they lost because my name is Joe and I'm a father, and I was running a domain registrar.
Yeah, there you go.
I did it
So
just for fun. It was awesome.
yeah, and even from my time, right? I've not been in crypto that long. I've been in crypto since 2016. But if I look for the years, the top 50 coins, the top 50 cryptos from, let's say, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, they are all different. The whole list is different except for a few. And that is Bitcoin is always there, Ethereum is always there, Ripple's always there, even though people hate Ripple. Let's just say, right? Let's just be honest, it's always there. Litecoin's always there. And for example, one that was there in the beginning is completely gone now, which is like Namecoin. Where did Namecoin go? So
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
all right, but I want to have a
It's
question,
interesting.
or I mean, a conversation now about what you and I were talking about off stream, which is YouTube deleting your
Oh boy,
cryptocurrency
oh boy, oh
videos,
boy.
right?
Yeah.
Now, my response as an uneducated individual in crypto, but I
Hmm.
know quite a bit about the banking system. Um, the money people right now,
Hmm.
I think is crypto a threat to them? Do you think
Absolutely.
that's why they're deleting YouTube channel, videos that talk about crypto?
Yeah. So guys, if you don't know, before I went to Dlife, I did a crypto YouTube channel, and I still do. Right, I upload. I actually just started uploading again. And today, what happened is I log into my YouTube, or well, I just open YouTube, right, and it opens the page with basically warning, and I don't know how many videos, probably like 20 or so, that just got a warning and are deleted from my channel completely. And they are not like against the community guidelines at all. One is actually like what it basically showing my tradingview.com layout, and they remove it. It's absolutely insane. And I'm not the only one hit. There's also really big YouTubers like Ivan on Tech. I don't know if you know him. He has 211,000 subscribers. He got a strike on his channel today from YouTube. Um, so are they
But
waging a war
but
against
dude,
crypto?
but
I do
look,
think
we
so.
all know that YouTube is bought and paid for by the money
Mhm.
men. We all know that Facebook is
Yeah,
put together by the money men. We all like right, we're not
absolutely.
nobody here has any like Twitch bought by Amazon. Good luck that being unbiased, right? It's not possible.
Yeah,
So that again brings it back to DLive. That the idea with this when I got involved a year ago was, hey man, this is something that we own, that we get to invest in, that we get to own our own content, that the platform's not taking cuts, right? The premise of DLive is why we're here because it seems like a reasonable and preferable alternative to all the other platforms that are bought and paid for by the big money men.
yeah, I completely get that. But to get your content out there, YouTube is like it's so big and everyone uses it. But when I start talking about Bitmovio, which is something completely new, um, then people are like, what is that? They're probably not even going to the link. So therefore, YouTube it's so important that I could lose my complete channel, and a lot of people can, because well, right now they have found these crypto videos, but they will find a lot more because my entire channel is all crypto content. And if they are waging war against crypto, then that's it. That's my channel done. Um, and for me, that's quite
That
it's
sucks.
horrible.
That
Yeah, it's
sucks.
horrible. Um,
I remember being demonetized when YouTube demonetized my
yeah,
channel, and I was making hardly any money, but it was the possibility of making money, right? Like I'm making
yeah,
videos, I'm sharing my content. Maybe I make 20 bucks this month. That's fun, right? It's
yeah,
just, it was silly fun to me. And then YouTube's like, we don't value your time or content. And we're
yeah.
gonna now put our ads on
Um,
your channel against your will because
yeah.
there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh
And
yeah,
that
deal. But
sucks.
hacking is something completely different. I mean, yeah, it of course pisses you off, but that has to do with your own security and how you treat that. But coming back to basically the YouTube channels, right? that, I mean, yeah, they will find more cryptocurrency videos, and then well, now I don't have a strike yet, but if they find more videos, the next warning, I won't get a warning again. I will get a strike.
What does that
Um,
mean, by the way? Because I've
you
never
can
heard
get
that.
3 strikes. If you have 3 strikes, you're out.
Well, it's baseball.
So yeah, it's like
That's just
baseball. Yeah,
baseball. They stole
exactly.
baseball. All right, I get
Yep,
it.
yeah, yep, yep, exactly.
So three strikes and they delete your channel.
Yeah, then they delete your channel. Absolutely.
I mean, I had a blog for years that I had built a bunch of blogs and websites and linked them all together, and the web traffic was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And
Okay.
overnight, the company deleted it. Overnight, I woke
Yeah,
up and my network was gone. My money was gone. And
exactly.
that
That's
sucks.
it's completely messed up.
Oh, I mean, you live and
Completely
learn, right?
messed
Now I
up.
don't use blogs. I own my own domain registrar. I own my own domains. I
Yeah,
own
yeah,
my
yeah.
own storage space and websites.
Oh, absolutely,
But that's kind of
absolutely.
how you got to
It should
learn
be.
sometimes is the
Um.
hard way, you know?
Oh yeah.
So with
Um.
YouTube, there's nothing we can do about that. They're clearly bought and paid for political
Well, I
platform.
mean, I of course appeal on my videos,
Sure. Yeah, well,
which
yeah.
I will continue doing after the stream, because I need
Good.
to go for so many. But
Yeah.
it's
Oh man.
it's what it is. And here's the kicker, guys. I told Joe this as well. My YouTube channel is not monetized at all. Um, because I did make money from my channel, but that is by promoting projects that I believe in, like DDEX. Like I made a few videos on DDEX, and yeah, they paid me like $400 a video. But that is, and I always told people, right? The people on my channel, they know I got paid by that. And yeah,
Well,
so
endorsements are not illegal if they're public.
yeah, exactly. I always started the video with like, this, they do sponsor me. Of course, you don't need to say the amount, but
Right.
yeah, people know though. In my Telegram, they know. I'm always transparent. So I think transparency is key. Transparency is so key. You know, if you want to grow and have your audience actually trust you and not think you're some kind of fraud. So
Right. Right.
yeah. So yeah, it was not monetized at all, and poof, gone. Now I've been digging around on Twitter, and
Hmm.
there's already tweets, which is cool because I got mentioned in it. And there's a lot of big channels, right? A lot of big channels, and then there's my channel there, which is a medium-sized crypto channel. It's definitely not big. It's like 1,400 subs or so, close to 1,400, but like 1,380 or something. Yeah, that's a medium-sized in crypto space on YouTube. So what they think is that apparently and it's not YouTube or something, but it's like a little organization that try to get channels shut down that actually provide knowledgeable information and not just shit, like basically just crap.
Why though?
Right?
Like what? Why? What would be the point of that?
Well, because I always warn, for example, as well, if there's about to be a dump, right? And
Oh.
maybe they don't want that, right? Maybe they want to think that it goes up forever and they only want to have perma bulls in there. And so perma bulls are basically people that only want the price to go up. I'm very realistic. I will also tell you when to be a bear and think that the price will go down.
So this
Because
is
it's
more
mainly those
for
channels that are gone.
but you're so what
Um,
you're saying is the information you're providing is more for people that want to be like day traders of crypto, right?
that
Like
are
for me,
traders, yeah,
I'm
swing traders.
I
Um,
I lake I staked my Lino and I'm just gonna leave it. I don't care if it goes up. I don't care if it goes down.
yeah,
I'm in it to support the company. Period. Right? If it goes to
yeah,
zero, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna say that didn't work, and I'm gonna do
totally.
something else. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
Like
get wrecked cold hard.
I'm not gonna
Uh,
lose sleep over it. It who gives a shit? Like that's how I
yeah,
feel. I Here's the thing. I am a live streamer on Dlife because of Dlife, not because
yeah,
I was a live streamer before, because I wasn't. And if Dlive went away, I would probably stop streaming. Right? Like I'm
okay.
the same thing with
Mm.
Lino. Like
I just enjoy talking to the people. That's why I
yeah.
restream as well to Twitch and Mixer. Well, Twitch is very very slow, but Mixer, for example, I get people as well, which is cool. Like I would never tell anyone to go like that's on Mixer to go to DLive or from DLive to go to Mixer because people are attached to platforms. Um, I very much believe so.
I mean, I just said that about Dlife, right?
Yeah, I personally am not, but I know a lot of people are. So if they want to watch me on a different platform, they can. I give them the ability to.
Sure.
I also tried streaming to Huya, which is a massive, massive Chinese website. I did it once and got a lot of people there because you're talking English and you talk crypto and stuff. Very interesting, right? But then I don't know. They blocked IPs outside of China, so I guess that's a no go anymore. That was fun though, but yeah, it's I think that so when Dlife, let's say Dlife is gone, Joe, you're not going to be on Mixer or on Twitch or anywhere else.
I had never considered it, no, because here's the thing: I'm a blind optimist, right? I
Okay.
believe it, and because I've been a life coach, I'm an author. I help people
Yeah.
manifest their ideal reality. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
So I know that, and this is a fact, that if you want to succeed in something, you have to have 100% blind optimism. You have to put your
Absolutely.
time and energy and thoughts into, well, of course it's going to work, right? Otherwise, if you leave room for doubt, you're not going to succeed. It takes 100% of your focus and energy and thoughts to succeed. So
100%.
I'm going to push Dlife like it's never going away, period. Because like Flo said, even in the chat, there are so many. This is your number 46 on Fireside chats. All of the Fireside chats have been other Dlife streamers. And so many of them have told me the exact same story. They've been suicidal, they've been depressed, they're socially awkward, they have all these concerns, and Dlife has made a huge impact in their lives, giving them friends, family, a purpose, giving them a way to make an income, whatever their thing is, right? And I'm way too attached to these people now. I've had some of them visit and spend a week with me at my house. I have their phone numbers. We talk on Discord.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, like this isn't just a hobby for me. This is a family. This is a way of life.
It's a community. That's what I love the most. I always say that in my streams. Dlife is all about, the community. I got to meet so many awesome people. I know lately it's definitely a bit different than it was in the beginning. In the beginning, I don't know, Joe, you remember?
Well, it was
everyone
streamers
was so close
supporting
to each other.
Streamers. Yeah, that was it in the beginning.
Yeah, and everyone was so close to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, I mean, people kind of went for themselves.
Not everybody, but the people that were going to anyway did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't change people. You are who you are. Period.
Yeah, but once again, networking is so important, right? Even those bigger streamers. Let's take a Lyric, right? So I know Lyric on Twitch, right? I was watching him when he was very small, and he has the same friends he has right now, exactly the same friends. He has helped them, even though they are way smaller than him. He helps them still. So that I think it's so important that you are not becoming, what is it called, egotistically, with yourself, and not gonna go to the people that helped you, and that you are friends with and that you network with. I think it's so important. That's why I still go to all the people that, when I came on Dlife, I tried to visit everyone's channel, if they are still here. Like a lot of people,
but that's impossible. And we'll be. You got to say that though. I can't.
It's impossible. Absolutely.
Like
impossible.
even just the guests that have been on my show, I don't have the time to visit 45 channels.
Absolutely.
I just don't. Right. So people, we understand as streamers that other streamers aren't going to have the time to come into your channel on the regular. Right. But that's not. But we still support each other. I send people more messages in Discord as direct messages than I do posting in their channel.
Oh yeah,
because they're going to get them, and they can get them in their own time when they actually have a minute.
and
chat.
You reply to the Twitters and
yeah. So
yeah.
So I haven't ever asked anybody this on Fireside chats, but this question I really like it. Dale threw this to me this morning, which is, do you have favorite streamers on Dlife, and if so, why? What draws you to their channel?
Okay. I definitely do have favorite streamers on Dlife. I mean, but I don't want to throw out names.
Throw out names, man.
Okay. Well, definitely. I love watching chilled back streamers that very just
I'll be fair
relaxing.
with you,
And
Pygos. You're not on my list of favorite streamers. You're not.
oh, that's fine. That's
But
absolutely fine.
it's not because you don't produce quality content. It's because the content you produce is not something that I consume. I'm not a crypto guy. I'm not right. I'm not a math guy. My thing is I'm not a math guy. So
I'm not a math guy either.
I have a hard time.
Full
Now,
disclosure.
yeah.
I nearly failed math, so
I
I'm
did
definitely
fail.
not a math guy.
No, so I
what
wasn't
did,
trying to be rude or facetious to you. I'm just saying, like, just
Yeah.
because you don't say, like, I love you. I think you're an amazing streamer, and you're an intricate part of this Dlife family, and have been ever since I've been here. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, are there streamers that you're like, okay, it's time to rest. I'm going to turn off my crypto brain. I'm going to turn on a Dlife stream and just relax and enjoy myself.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely. There's
throw
people
out
that
some
I
names.
visit on a daily basis.
Throw out some
There's
names.
people that I visit on a daily basis. I always watch Preparian. It's just so chill. So chill. He's also, guys, he has the best setup on Dlife, right? He has the best setup on Dlife. If you ever seen his spaceship, yeah.
I don't think I have much experience with him. I'm gonna have to check him out. I have followed him.
He has an epic beard as well. Epic beard, epic spaceship.
Obviously.
So yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I support bearded dudes with hats.
There you go. Oh man. I also so when I actually came on Dlife, right? And I was still very small. I mean, I was streaming a little bit here and there. Definitely not as active in the beginning. But I did go to Catalina Uma's channel because I love art. So that gets me into, why I love art is because I went to academy myself for game design. So I did 3D art for games such as 7 Days to Die and Flat Out for Nintendo Wii.
Awesome, man! That's so awesome. I had no idea.
So yeah, I rolled from game designer into like the entrepreneurial stuff and and then into crypto.
Kat's actually been on Fireside Chats. Did you know she's a doctor?
I was there. Yeah, absolutely. I know that.
That's what I love about this show. You're like, wait a minute, you're a doctor and you've never mentioned that out loud. I would tell everybody, like, call me Doctor. Call me Dr. Cat. Like, oh wait, somebody already. Joe. yeah, Dr. Joe. God. That's right.
There's a name to it.
That does. Yeah, Joe Crypto still needs to be a thing.
Joe Crypto. Crypto. But then you gotta do some crypto content, Joe.
You know what? All right, Pygos. If you, you know what? I'll have to get some Pygos because I'm gonna need one of those 2 one-on-one crypto teaching classes.
Yeah, so there's 2 available. And then after that, I'm going to have to remove them because they take a lot of my time. Whether it will be an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours.
It's going to be the next year, every day in private messages. I hope you're ready.
No. That's not how it works. But yeah. Oh god,
that's not how it works. All right. How about if I donate lemons? Does that help?
Donate the lemons, yeah. Oh boy.
That's funny. All right. So wait, no. So basically, what I'm saying.
So yeah,
is,
prep. I like watching Cat.
Yes.
So another guy I brought to the platform that was actually on your show is X. I don't know why he changed the X. His name used to be Super Crypto Bros.
I was like, I don't know who X is. Super Crypto Bros. He's the UK streamer, right? That loves soccer, football.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say soccer. Sorry, don't hate.
No, it's absolutely fine. I call it soccer myself. Okay. People in America understand it as well.
Yeah,
right? If I say football, you might think American football. So.
I liked his name. Why is he not crypto-centric? Is he? Because I know he was playing crypto games.
He plays a lot of blockchain games, but he's also a trader. However, he's not as into trade. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. He has been trading a year less than me. We have 1 year difference on the trading experience. I met him actually in a YouTube channel, and then we started talking on Skype, and basically we started trading together in calls and whatnot. So, I mean, and then I introduced him here to Dlife. I'm like, why wouldn't you stream, bro?
Give it a try. Good energy.
Give it a try.
I love talking to him.
He always did. In Skype. He was always so vocal. I was like, why don't you stream?
Every stream
Why don't
he's
you
like,
stream? Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, dude, how? Give me some
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that. Whatever
exactly.
that is, mail me some to the US.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
Same
But yeah,
thing with LT
I
Zonda.
can't be there every time either because like I said, preferably like the content I like to consume is definitely a bit more of the calm content, calm and collected. So Prep and Cat are very calm and collected. You are also very calm. You know, I lurk quite often in your streams, actually, Joe. I mean, I'm not always chatting, but I like I said, you know, lurking when you're playing like what is it like truck
American Truck
simulators or whatever.
Simulator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
those
right.
kind of games,
That's
like
right.
you know, just the chill out, relax.
Well,
I
see,
like
I like telling stories, and the cool thing about that game and games like it is that you can
yeah,
tell stories, but also give people. See, there's a part of the mind that the Buddhists call monkey mind, right? And it's the busy. I got to pay my bills. I gotta. Did I water the flowers? Did
yeah.
I got to, you know?
Yep.
Well, the cool thing about games like that, and especially live streaming in general, is you can distract people's monkey mind with the game, and then they could truly
Yeah.
listen to your words. So I use that opportunity to try to spread some love or tell stories, right? And you
Yeah.
know what's funny? So like literally, and this is not exaggeration, half of my audience falls asleep when I stream ATS because they just start looking at going down the road and listening to the stories, and then they're out,
Oh wow.
which I think is hilarious. Like if you could be so comfortable watching me stream that you can take a nap, I think
Yeah.
I'm doing it right. That's what I'm
Um.
trying to do.
Yeah. People fall asleep
I'm the one
sometimes. That
guy who's
definitely
trying to
happens.
put my audience
Oh.
to sleep.
I mean, Truck Simulator will do it. Truck Simulator will do it. Yeah, but I mean, I play very. I love to play MMOs. Absolutely, I love to play MMOs such as World of Warcraft, but also a lot of Asian MMOs that people. I like to show people games that they have never seen before, right? And they don't even know that they exist. Because the Asian market has so many MMOs out there that simply never come to the West. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, I want to introduce people, just
Actually, I
like I want to
found a
introduce
few
people to
myself, but they didn't
the
stream
blockchain
well
games.
because nobody knew what the hell it was I was playing.
Yeah, you need to get like a little community going, regardless of what you, right?
Hmm.
Regardless of what you're playing. I mean, it definitely helps. I mean, if you're playing something like, I mean, when I was playing World of Warcraft Classic, yeah, that was easy to get viewers, right? Because
Actually,
that was a hype and that was the highest level and it was the highest one in the race and stuff like that. That helps, of course, but you need to also play something that, and I love WoW Classic, so that really helped. But if it would be a game, you would never see me play Fortnite.
hmm,
Even though, sure, if I'm going to stream Fortnite, I'll get a lot of viewers.
no,
But
don't do it.
I
Don't do it, man.
I'm not good at the
Don't
game.
do it,
I
Pygos.
don't really like the game. So I
I don't
respect. I
either.
absolutely respect company because they are very very good at their marketing.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but I mean the game is just not for me, you know.
Hmm.
They're nice people as well, but yeah, the game is not for me.
And that
It's not for
actually,
me.
that's a good point. You
So
made two really good points. Don't number one, don't play a game that you don't enjoy because no one's going to have
yeah,
a good time watching you play it. Number two, the first point you made was be a variety streamer. You use different
yeah,
words, but like here's a classic example. And Dlife, you guys will know who I'm talking about. LT Zonda. He had almost a 500,000,
oh yeah, on
400,000,
GTA, right?
right? Yeah, he played GTA 5
Yeah,
exclusively for years.
mm,
On Twitch, he had almost a 500,000 followers. He quit playing GTA 5. He couldn't get 10 people in the channel. So if you
yeah,
build your channel on DLive, any or anywhere else for that matter, with a single game, you're gonna have to keep playing that game. And if that game disappears or you get bored with it,
yep,
your community's gone. So I would always encourage people, even if it's only two games, right? Some people go from Fortnite to Apex or Apex to right. So at least throw in some
and
variety. That way your
guys,
community won't panic.
this is even on the biggest streamers, right? This even goes down to like a Shroud and a Ninja. When Ninja plays
Yep.
Fortnite, he does really well. When he plays something else, he drops in numbers significantly. When Shroud can kind of play anything, and the same for Lyric, because they grew that way. They have, they've also played WoW. They play CS:GO or whatever. So yeah, if you are playing multiple games and maybe you do other content, it will help you definitely.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
you
for
also
me,
attract different audience.
well, I was gonna say for me, I don't even know how many different games I've played on stream. I can't even.
Same,
I don't
same.
keep up, And my show, I do the late night bromance, which I haven't been doing many of, which is like fireside chats, but it's a little more impromptu and a little less formal, right? I'm drinking, I'm wearing my robe. We're probably X tagged. This is a professional version of that, fireside chats. But the thing is that, and LT Zana actually was so important. Is I call him Luke, he's my buddy, but Luke was very important to me to help me understand how to stream. And like you can't just focus on entertaining yourself, right? Because you're live streaming and there's a public audience. However, if you're not entertained, you're going to put on a terrible show. So do something that gets you excited to turn the camera on and share yourself with the world.
Yeah, 100% agree. I mean, there are, there's always exceptions, right? People say, oh yeah, but the Yogscast did so well with Minecraft. And they said in their interview that they didn't like Minecraft anymore, but they're still playing it. That's because they can put up a whole damn good show, pretending that they still love it, and people. So for them, it's more like a job than anything. But yeah, that's an exception.
Which is actually, and to not knock it. I mean, if you want a job, then by all means treat it like a job. But you could enjoy live streaming too.
Absolutely.
You could have a good
I do
time.
it for enjoyment.
Yeah,
I would not go live that often if I didn't enjoy it.
You know what? When I moved at the beginning of November and couldn't get on Dlife for almost 2 months. I missed.
That's horrible.
I missed you guys. I didn't miss streaming because streaming is work. It really is, right? You got it's energy, it's draining. But what I truly missed was the communication and my friends and that daily interaction. The community. And that's because I didn't treat it like a job. I treated it like a hobby. In terms of how I approached it mentally. Now I do treat it like a job in terms of being professional, right? In terms of putting out quality content.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why. So, for example, on YouTube or on Dlife or anything, if you put a clickbait title, I'm cool with it. As long as when I click on it, that there's quality content behind it. If there's no quality content behind it, I discussed it.
So I normally don't do clickbait titles. But yesterday, for the first time, I decided to go with one because, like you kind of referenced this earlier.
Yeah.
I was looking through Dlive, through the main page, and there was this stream, and this pissed me off. And I'm going to say it out loud because if I catch you doing it, not you personally, but I mean anybody listening, I'm going to say something to you. The person played a video, they weren't live. They went out and did something, made a video of them and their friends doing something stupid. They played it as if it were live with zero interaction with the community. Then that video they used as a replay. So I saw a replay of a replayed video, and their title was "Moving to Twitch in 3 days." And I got upset. So my title was "Never Moving to Twitch." That was my clickbait title for the day.
Yeah.
Because
I saw that.
That's why. That's why. Because I was like, what's wrong with you? First of all, if you're not interacting with the audience, you're not live streaming. And what the hell are you doing?
That's more like a premiere. Like when you do a premiere and you can talk with your community while putting up a video.
Like today, for the first time ever, I did a 3-hour stream where my face wasn't on screen. But it was because I wanted to play Christmas music. I was in the chat talking to people. I was still doing stuff around the house, getting ready for your show.
Yeah.
So I was still communicating with my audience the whole time. And I even turned the camera on a few times just because people were trolling me about not being here. And, so I was like, I am here. I've been here the whole time. But anyway, I think...
Yeah, Flo, you are actually getting onto a point there. I absolutely discussed those things, those leaving Dlife or leaving any platform, I think it's stupid. If you leave, sure, go. You don't need to make a whole like
That's just
scene about it. You don't
it's
need to make a stream about it.
disrespectful, and it shows what a small
Yeah,
mind you have.
you can just put it on Twitter. Say like you're live on this one now, and people will probably go watch you there. I mean, that's yeah. I mean,
Well,
I would go watch you. If I watch you, I don't care what platform you're on.
this
So
is something that I
um,
tell people that well, when I used to life coach people.
mm,
You can spend your time doing anything you want, right? So
yeah,
why spend your energy on the things that you don't like? Instead, spend your time and energy on things that you do like, right? So people get
absolutely.
onto politics and they're like, I hate this guy. I don't care who you hate. Tell me who you like and tell me
Yeah,
why, because maybe I'll agree with you, right? But if you just come at something like from a negative angle, I'm not going to listen to you. Like, don't tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you do like. Tell me why.
yeah.
Start a conversation. Don't just hate. It's exhausting.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that is definitely. I hate negativity. Negativity in your life will only make you more negative. So why
Hmm.
would you talk about that? And,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with protests, right? There's so many protests. In the Netherlands, we had a lot of protests against, destroying the earth, with the whole CO2 and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, with those emissions. So I'm like, why do you go out on the streets and protest like that all day long? You're just a sheep. You could be doing something else with your time. You only have 24 hours in a day. Time is the most valuable asset in your life. That is something no one can buy. No one can buy time.
Hmm.
So it's valuable. Why would you do something
Actually,
negative?
before I started
Um,
live streaming, I was a travel writer for almost 10 years. And what I would do is interview generally people in their 70s or older. And the reason was I wanted to learn about their life, right? And their life experiences and maybe garner some wisdom. And I was interviewing a lot of veterans and basically trying to record human interest stories. And I wasn't doing it for any grand reason, right? I was helping the Library of Congress Veterans History Research Project, the American Legion history, things like that. But what I picked up from it personally was if you ask, when I ask these people, I always ask the same. I had a lot more questions back then. Now I realize you don't need so many questions. Just let them talk about whatever they
yeah,
want. But I asked them, what's your number one commodity? What's your number one asset in life? Every one of them,
mm,
people worth tons of money, people with no money, every one of them said time. Time is
oh,
your
absolutely.
commodity. And maybe
Yeah.
because they're older, they realize that. I don't know if it may be directly correlated to age and realizing you're almost out of time and now you're putting a higher value on it. But if you realize that time is your number one asset like you do at such a young age,
Yeah.
you're going to live a much fuller, happier, healthier life.
Yeah, I mean, well, I realized I couldn't buy time, back in academy because I always the deadlines, for the project. I was like, oh no, I need more time because I'm not making it, and you needed to still do so much modeling or whatever it would be, like 3D modeling for me to make our game jam project work. I mean, like, oh yeah, I need more time, but we don't have more time. What do I do now, right? So yeah, it's the most valuable asset. Don't use your time for negativity. It doesn't help anyone. That's why when someone comes into my channel and they try to troll, right? I mean, you can't really troll me, because I
Right.
just ignore you. Um, but
Haters
some
gonna
people
hate.
some people trolls actually get, right, and I
Mhm.
actually had, yeah, and it definitely saddens me to see that. They start tweeting about it, that a troll came into that chat, um, because you shouldn't give them any attention whatsoever.
Right. They're
They're
gonna leave
trolls.
if they don't get what they're
Yeah,
looking for. Yeah,
yeah, and
definitely.
sometimes they become your friends. Like I have trolls
Right.
in
Yeah.
my channel that
Yep.
that just become followers and they start watching your
Hmm.
content and they love your content. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, it is what it is. Definitely is what it is
So,
there.
all right. So I'd like to get into a
Mm,
section of the show that we like to do towards the end, which is if there are viewers listening right now and they want to be streamers, um, you've learned a lot about streaming over the years, I'm sure, and you've
Yeah,
done some things that hurt your channel or hurt your ability to stream. You've probably
yeah.
done plenty that have helped. So if you could give us an example of each, don't do this, it's not going to help, or definitely do this, it's definitely going to help. What type of things would you recommend?
Okay, so first of all, what you should do, right? What you should do is go to Twitter, go to whatever social media you can, and make a social media account. I see so many streamers,
Mm-hmm.
so many content creators that don't have a Twitter or they don't know how to. I actually just recently learned how to use Twitter. I followed a webinar that was given to me by one of my YouTube subscribers who does that kind of stuff. He has a huge channel on that. Um, and I'm lucky that he gave me that because it normally had to pay $300 for the webinar. But yeah, that actually helps me. So yeah, go on social media, learn how to use social media. Social media is not just go follow everyone and hope they follow back. Then you have zero engagement. It's more about the engagement than about your followers, right? Followers, sure, it's nice, it's a number,
Mm-hmm.
but you want all those followers to be engaged as well. So you want a high ratio. On top of that, for streaming, make sure you have a webcam. I mean, you can stream without. There, once again, there's exceptions,
Mm-hmm.
like Lyric. Lyric is an excellent exception.
There are very
Um,
few exceptions, though. That's why they're
yeah,
called
there's very few,
exceptions.
very, 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 very because people want to see your expressions, right? When something goes wrong,
Exactly. Yeah.
or when you're super concentrated. Like for example, last night I did a stream with Preparian, like a 12.5 hour stream where we played Trine 4.
Shit, you
And
played over 12 hours?
yeah. And
Oh my God.
basically, because we wanted to finish the game, and at the end, like the end boss, I wasn't watching my chat. I was not watching anything because I was concentrated. The people were like in the chat, "Oh, you're super concentrated." So, because we needed to beat that boss. So yeah, that was a
That's
lot of fun.
epic. What do
Yeah,
you
like
think about long streams? Because
okay,
that comes up under good advice or bad advice, right? Like I tried
so
and it messed me up.
so long streams, it depends, right? It depends. If you need, what are you aiming for your stream? If you want to get concurrent viewers that is high on average, don't do a long stream. Do like a 4 hour, 5 hour stream. Um, However, if you
Create.
do not care too much about the concurrent viewers, which I don't, I never saw the purpose of like, whether I have 10, 5, 40, 60, 80, 100 viewers, it doesn't matter. As long as I have a chat that is engaged. Once again, engagement's everything. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it makes it much more fun to be sitting here too when there's
yeah,
a nice back and forth.
yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
So, I mean, if you don't have a chat, so for newer streamers, if they don't have a chat yet that goes at all, then talk to yourself. Talk. What are you gonna do in this weekend? What are you gonna do for Christmas, or what is going on in the game? Let's say you're doing a quest in World of Warcraft. What do you need to kill, and maybe throw some rants, like some funny jokes about the mobs, or anything really, right?
Mhm.
Anything that is going on, that is going into your mind, like you said before, do that. And the best way to learn that is by doing YouTube, which or just any videos, because when you're doing videos, you don't have a chat, you have nothing.
Right.
You're just by yourself, and you need to talk.
Well,
So
that's the big difference between being, say, a YouTube video content creator and being a live streamer is
yeah,
the audience. That's the difference. They become a part of the show, right? Where with YouTube, you just make your own content, you put it up, and people take it however they want. They're not a part of it.
yeah, absolutely.
And I like that give and take, of the audience. A matter of fact,
Yeah,
I wouldn't stream without them. That's why I stream. The connection
yeah,
with the
but
people.
when you started, you didn't have an audience, right? So, well, your
I
first
mean,
stream
I
was
was gonna
promoted
say
by
I had my
your
family.
first stream was promoted by Luke, so we went there,
I
and
mean, it's
I'm glad I
yeah.
did. Glad I
Well,
did. So
and now that
it gets me
wasn't
to the next point, guys,
that wasn't a
where
mistake though. That was on purpose. I created
Oh yeah,
I started networking with other people not to
there
promote
it is.
myself, to meet other people, to understand the platform, to understand streaming, not to try to create something for myself. It just so happened that Luke talked me into streaming, and then immediately
Yeah,
there was a community because people knew me from being in chat and talking to all these different streamers and to them.
yeah. Networking, right? So you just pointed it out. Networking, so important, so important and overlooked. Go into other people's streams and do not just say like, "Hey, go follow me." No, go into other people's streams. Start networking, right? Start learning about the streamer. Where is he from? What are his hobbies?
Mm-hmm.
What does he like to play? Maybe I can play a game with him.
Mm-hmm.
That all
Actually,
helps. That all helps,
you just
and
hit a huge
maybe you become super good friends.
You hit a
So,
huge point. I now have a Thursday night game night just because the audience wants to be involved, and we play Jackbox games,
oh
and
hell yeah.
that's one of my funnest streams of the week. Just
Yeah, I used to do that always with Tony Rumble
I
in
love
his
it.
streams.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I played some
yeah.
Jackbox with Tony. I love it. That I wish that's one thing that I would like to see change on D Live. That's one thing that like Mixer has over D Live period is the lag delay.
Co-streams.
Well, no,
Oh,
besides that, the lag delay. If you say something on Mixer, I hear you and I respond and it feels like a conversation. If you say something on D Live, you got to wait for me to see it. You got to wait for me to respond. When we're playing
oh yeah.
interactive games, sometimes it screws up the game because there's too long of a delay and people don't have a chance to answer the questions, right? I would like to see that improve.
I understand why it's not improved though, because that is network bandwidth and that is money once again.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
or what Mixer uses is the FTL protocol. But even on Twitch, you can have a delay of about 3 seconds, which is not FTL. It's the same protocol as being
Hey,
used
if
on
it was
DLive.
under 5 seconds,
So
I wouldn't complain.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like
Sometimes it
that,
goes up to like 10 or 20, right?
yeah, 10 to 15
It's
second
like
delay. That's
whoa,
you're not even a
whoa,
part
whoa.
of the conversation anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
All right,
Um,
so what's something that will definitely mess you up if you're trying to be a successful streamer? Don't do it.
okay, so it won't immediately mess you up, but do not go to channels and follow and say like, follow me here, follow for follow. That is absolutely stupid. Don't do that.
Mm,
Network with the people. Engagement, engagement,
mhm.
engagement, engagement. That is the key word here. Is that you engage with people and that you know, genuinely know where they're from, know their hobbies, become friends, and maybe play some games off stream. Like I play games with my viewers off stream.
So if
So
people are listening,
um,
let's give them some specifics. So if you guys are just joining us or jumped in here halfway along, this is called Fireside Chats, where I interview other D Live streamers so you can get to know about them, but also we can share information. Pygos happens to know a lot more about crypto than I do, which is easy to do because I don't know anything. But so
no.
Pygos, what is it that you're streaming now? What is your streaming schedule? Like, how can people interact with you? Let's talk about that.
So I stream at evening hours to midnight hours. I love just streaming midnight, and that has everything to do with my trading lifestyle. Because I trade mostly during the day. I look for position, and of course I do some on stream.
What's your
I'll show
time
you
zone?
guys
What's your
where my
time zone?
positions are. Europe, CET, Central European Time.
Central European time. Okay, because you
Yeah,
said evening, but it's your evening and it's my
it's
like
evening right now.
morning
Yes.
and afternoon. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's an
exactly.
international platform. We got to be clear about the time. Okay, so you normally
Yeah,
stream in the evenings. Do you stream
yeah. Around
day?
10, 11 p.m. CET to like midnight, 3, 4 a.m.
What
So
days?
um, every well,
Almost
pretty
every
much
day.
every day.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much every.
Okay.
So quite often, yeah.
And if people want to
Some
interact
nights a
with
day
you
off.
in terms of playing games with you, what type of games do you generally play with your audience? Or
So I mean, just hit me up, and I mean, I like to play a huge variety of games, um, because like I said, I studied game design myself, so I like those kind of things. I mean, yesterday we played Trine 4. I've never played any of the Trine series, which, in my opinion, was a great game. Even though we finished it in 12 and a half hours, it was a great game. Absolutely great game. And once again, I don't care whether I will have 5, 10, 15, 20, because I know if I want a lot of viewers, I need to play a different game.
Right.
So that's another thing. Right? As a new streamer, what you shouldn't do is play games you don't like. We went over it before because your audience will see it and you won't have a good time yourself either. So play something that you like and yeah, get it out there.
Actually, that's a great point, Pygos. I got sucked into that right at the beginning when I first started streaming because I didn't know what it. I didn't really. I didn't start streaming because I wanted people to see my face. I started streaming because I wanted to be able to interact more with the audience. But I got stuck in like, well, other people are playing shooting games or other people are
Oh
doing
yeah.
this or that. So I tried to do the same thing and it didn't work and I wasn't happy and I couldn't figure out for a while why. And what I realized was I was trying to copy what I saw other people doing because I thought that's what streaming was. And it took me a
Yeah.
while to learn like, no, streaming is you enjoying yourself and other people enjoying it because you are.
Yeah. Now, for Dlife specifically, you can pretty much play anything. It's not saturated.
You don't
Now,
even
if you
have to
were to
play a
stream,
game on
oh, you
DLive.
can do other content.
Yeah,
I mean,
cooking
any
and
content. But now, if you look at other platforms, or if Dlife would grow bigger, then I would say, let's say you would enjoy playing Forza 4, right?
mm-hmm.
And it would be massive. It would be very saturated. Then look for a different racing game, since I know then that you like racing games. And play one that is not too saturated, but that is not completely gone either. So you do need to be a bit strategic, but still play something that you like. Because that is your gateway to getting people in the channel. And then once you have a community going, you can play anything you want. That's just how it is.
I mean, I've actually to be fair, and I think Tony just hit a good point. I have much better numbers when I'm just chatting than I do when I'm trying
100%.
to game on DLive.
100%.
And I
When I do
even
crypto
know
streams, I get way better numbers than when I do gaming.
yeah, the chatting. I even know people who play music and other things that are doing things that there are categories for. They still choose the chatting option because that's why they're streaming because they want to chat.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, if I do a crypto stream and let's say Bitcoin just dumped like $1,000, right, which is quite massive. If that happens, and I put the title like Bitcoin massive dump or something, yeah, that's gonna be a big stream, because that screams for it, and then it's okay to do some clickbaiting, because people that get into the channel will get the content that they want, and
Let's talk
the
about
same
that.
for.
Let's talk about that. How important is it? And I think this is not normally talked about. Like the title that you use for your stream, the
Title is
category.
extremely important.
Well, the whole thing, the category that you choose
Yeah.
to stream under, the title you use, if you're X tagged or not, right? Are you talking about things? Because DLive is 13 and up. So if you're talking about controversial topics, you need to X tag so it's 18 and up. And also, most people don't know this. I didn't know this for a long time. If you want to see X tag content on the main page, there is an option to show X tag content. I didn't know that. So I was missing.
Oh yeah, you need to turn it on. Yeah, that's
I didn't
serious.
know because I was X tagging my GTA 5 streams because there's a lot of craziness going on in GTA 5. And
absolutely.
I wouldn't want a 13-year-old to come in my channel.
But only if you go to a strip club, you need to X tag it, right?
Well, no. If you go, if I go to my like motorcycle club president to do missions, there's like pictures of half naked women on the wall in there, right? That's part of the game. And they say a lot of hateful things, right? Like in the game. So that's not appropriate for children, in my opinion, right? But when it comes down to community guidelines on DLive, they're clear, right? No hate speech, no racism and stuff. There's some very specifics. And if you're going to talk about controversial topics, they consider things like politics, religion. If you're going to be cussing a lot, put on the X tag. But anyway, You didn't get to answer the question. How important is the channel and the title that you use for each stream?
Yeah, so I mean, I think that the title in your stream is extremely important because that is what someone sees, right? I mean, they see, because there's no thumbnail for a stream, right? You just see the streamer and you just see, I mean, all the streams kind of look the same. Well, when you just browse through it, they just kind of see it. So the title is extremely important because it's eye candy if you were to put a clickbaity title. There's nothing wrong with clickbait as long as the content behind it is good.
Right, right.
I mean,
Like, don't trick people into coming to your
yeah,
channel.
don't trick people into like
Right.
the stream that you were talking about of moving to Twitch in 3 days.
Yeah.
If that one would put a very, very clickbaity title like that is, and then he puts a video, yeah, that's a no.
I mean, when I saw that, I was like, I'm glad you're leaving. You're not providing quality content, and we
Well,
don't need that.
yeah, so
I like that Dlife is still small and there's not a lot of money yet. I like that because the people who are only about fame and money and all that, they're not going to stay, right? I want the people
yeah,
on Dlife to promote the community. That you and I have worked so hard to build. Streamers like us that have been here for a long time.
yeah,
We're here because of the community of Dlife. We're not here
absolutely.
because the site token, or maybe there's a crypto, or we want to make money, or we want to be famous. That's not what this platform is about, right? And maybe one day that will be the case. You could come here and be rich and
Yeah,
famous, but
it could happen,
that's
but
not what we're doing here. That's not what Dlive is.
you have to stream for fun. If it grows, it grows, right? I mean, that's just how it is. You try to be as professional about it as you can. That's why, social media and everything, it's very important. Maybe one day you get a shout out from a massive streamer on a different platform that you are playing with. That's possible. And then, your growth could be exponential.
Mm-hmm.
Those things could happen. But yeah, play things that you love playing, or do content that you love creating. I do a lot of cryptocurrency content because I love crypto.
Because YouTube
So,
won't let you.
well, yeah, YouTube won't let me.
Sorry,
Well,
I had to. I had to.
I've never even thought about streaming on YouTube
So,
because you can't play music there.
oh right. Well, yeah, yeah. So somebody just gave us the
Uh,
information we were looking for, which is they updated the DLive homepage, so there's not the toggle for Xtag chat there anymore. It's in your settings.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you
So,
need to go to your setting.
and they actually made a really great point. There's if you don't want to watch, politics and religion and all these Xtag
Yeah,
chats, just turn Xtag off, and it will literally clean your DLive up tremendously in terms of quality content.
it does. It does. Yeah,
Yeah. And I like that. And
absolutely.
if the guardians or staff come into your channel and you are doing things that are not conducive to a child being present 13 to 18, they're going to X tag you. They're going to do it for you, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it's supposed to be X tagged, then it should be X tagged, right? So
Mm-hmm. Like, I
that is
X tag more than I need to, I think. And I've even had some staff and friends to Guardian say, hey, you don't need to be X tagged right now. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Because when I start on a mission in GTA 5, I'm going to start cussing. I don't know why.
oh okay.
I don't know why. It just gets me.
Yeah,
I
I
get
never have X tag, but
I
I
get
don't
worked
fuss
up.
too much. So I mean, every now and then it flips out, but that's fine. As long as you don't do it all day, right? Then it's all good.
Right, right, right. I mean,
And
and
as long as
generally,
you
I'm
follow the
not.
rules. So
The thing
yeah,
that I like about when I X tag is normally I'm very cautious with my words, right? When we're doing these kind of interviews. And when I know if I can turn on the X tag and play GTA 5, I just relax. I don't think about the words because with my brain damage, it's harder for me to form sentences and say what I'm trying to say. And that's why I pause so much. But
yep.
with the X tag, I just say whatever wants to jump out, and sometimes that's fun.
That's interesting.
Yeah, sometimes that's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, definitely. I mean, you get some interesting conversations going if that happens. So
Mm-hmm,
um,
mm-hmm. And the late night bromances, I like to X tag because we are going to talk about what's going on in the world, and that's generally controversial, right? Politics, religion, wars, whatever that people want to talk about.
So, when politics pop up in my chat, I usually say one or two things about it, and then that's it. I'm not completely against it or anything, but yeah, I don't keep going on about it.
Yeah, I try not to. I like I said, if I'm going to, I have a stream about that. Period. But
because at the end of the day, what I think, guys, about that subject is you you know, we all vote, sure, but what they want is what's going to happen anyway. You know.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And the thing about politics and religion is they're divisive, right? They don't bring us together as a species, as humans, right? They're
Yeah.
like, well, I believe this and you don't, so we're not going to be friends. Well, I don't promote anything that's divisive like that. Like sports teams, national pride, politics,
Yeah.
religion, all the things they would consider that you would need to X tag to talk about. I don't promote
Yeah.
those things. I promote unity and community.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, so yeah, community is key. Definitely, and I think that's what Dlife did the best out of all platforms. But well, actually, in the beginning, right? In the very beginning, Twitch was also like that. Even though I was only a viewer because I couldn't stream, it was very much like it. You know, everyone kind of, well, not everyone knew each other, but it was smaller, way smaller, and everyone was not toxic at all. Everyone, it was a nice community. And that's what Dlife is going right now. Especially like a few months ago, the community was great. Right now, a lot of people are leaving,
Yeah, I don't really
which
understand that
it's sad,
either.
sad to see.
Because I don't think the community has changed at all, right? We're still here. We're still doing our
Yeah, we
thing.
are still here, absolutely.
Like, there's been plenty of ups and downs already. That's life. Like
what
if
I've decided to do is it's just I decided to start restreaming because people are leaving platforms, and if they want to watch me on another platform, that's cool. They can, but I would never force someone from one platform to another.
well, let me
Which
ask you this.
a lot of people are doing, right? When they
I
say I'm leaving for this platform.
I didn't. You asked me this earlier about restreaming, and I don't. And the reason
Yeah,
I don't restream is because, like I said, I came from a background of building computers, building websites, and running targeted web traffic, right? Not just web traffic, but targeted web traffic. So
yeah,
to monetize a platform, you want all your viewers on that platform, right? You're going to help DLive, you're going to help yourself, you're going to get more contributions. Like,
yeah,
so for this is my opinion, I wouldn't restream because I want everybody on DLive. And if I did restream, I would most certainly tell them, come to DLive. Like LT's on it. He gave up his partnership with Twitch, but restreamed to Twitch for extended period of time saying, hey, come over to DLive. This
yeah. He
is
still
where I
does, I
am
think.
now. He still does.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, yeah.
I don't mind that because he started there and he wants his
But
community to find him.
converting people from one platform to another, it's very, 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 very different.
Right. And that's why I don't
So
bother trying to do it. Like, I'm not going to bring anybody from Twitch that's a true Twitch head. It's just not going to happen. Right.
yeah,
So I want to monetize my channel. I want all my viewers on my channel. I'm going to, like you alluded to earlier, I'm going to use social media, Instagram. I'm going to use Twitter. I'm going to use Discord. I'm going to use Facebook. And I'm going to tell people about DLive.
yeah. Well, so the point I have basically I'm trying to make is that if you stream on multiple platforms at the same time, even though of course Dlife is my biggest one because that's where I grew, but being on the other platforms, you get to meet other people. You know, they're all just people. So yeah, you get to have conversations with more people, and it's great. Those people I would have otherwise never met. So that is my main reason for it. And of course, if it grows, that's cool. But I would never try to say like, hey, you know, you from Mixer, come over to DLive. It's much better. No, because people are attached once again. So it is the way it is. You know, like some people like Android, some people like iOS, right? I'm an Android guy.
I am
So
too.
yeah,
Android for
yeah.
life. No,
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I tried. I
Oh.
tried getting iPhones. I think 6. Oh man, what a
Oh yeah,
nightmare.
me too.
I
But
gave
I
up.
couldn't customize anything.
Yeah,
So no, not for me. I like to mess around with it. So yeah,
So, all right,
if
guys,
I can help
if
myself.
you're in the chat and you have a question for Pygos, we like to open it up at a certain point from questions from the audience. So, if there's something you guys want to know about Pygos, or you have a crypto question for him, he may or may not be able to answer it, but we'll take questions now. So, just as you guys come up with them and put them in chat, we'll
Yeah.
definitely try to hit them up. But somebody asked earlier. I believe it's Tuna Surprise. He was wondering if you spoke other languages besides English.
So some people say my English is pretty decent, right? And that's I guess it's correct because I
Yeah.
went to international academy here in the Netherlands for this game design.
Mm.
So yeah, I do speak other languages. I speak German as well, and Dutch. I would
Wow.
say I speak German okay, and English definitely almost just as good as Dutch. And then yeah, and a little bit of French. I also had 2 years of Japanese, but I don't speak it that
Oh
well.
man,
So let's not go there.
Skoshi. Yeah, I spent a couple
Yeah,
years in
yeah.
Japan and picked it up then, but
Oh, nice.
that was 20 years ago, so it's gone now.
Yeah, I learned the hiragana, which is basically the children language, right? We learned that in 2 years' time,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was part of game design. So I mean, because
Mm.
games are obviously very big in Japan.
Right.
I wish we also learned Korean, but we didn't. Oh, but that would have been nice. But yeah. So
So
yeah, German, English, and Dutch. Yeah, that's what
somebody
I put on
wants
my
to know
resume.
what drugs you took to get to level 60 so fast. Is that WoW? What game is
That's
it?
a WoW
Oh
related
yeah,
question.
yeah. It sounds like WoW. Yeah.
Guys, I don't take any drugs. If you do, I don't have anything against it. But no, of course not. Yeah. So the way I look at games is actually probably a bit different than I've been playing MMOs for a while. Also, when I was studying, I ran my own blog, mmo-fortress.com. But it paid for a little bit. Where I wrote about MMOs. So yeah, I always try to be the most efficient at leveling up. And that's why right now I'm playing retail WoW on my channel, right? You always see me typing /played because I want to see how fast am I going this level. Um,
Uh,
so it's about efficiency for me. So
so
in WoW Classic, it was also about efficiency
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
WoW Classic. Now that's okay. I've seen other streamers starting to play WoW, right? Best of the worst, few others that I've been watching.
Yeah,
What is drawing people back to WoW?
it's primarily the new expansion that's coming up. The Shadowlands. It's going to be interesting because they're gonna put back down the levels to level 60 maximum again. All the level 120s will be level 50. They only need to do 10 levels. There's other changes, such as when you're leveling up, you can level in whatever content you want to level, so you get more choices. I think they're putting in the right step there. Compared to the last few expansions, they were not that great.
Mm.
I mean, the last one, BFA, it's okay. Legion was, Drenner was, I think you played the best expansions, Joe.
Yeah,
You,
when
you
they
played,
remember when they opened up the portal or whatever it was to go through.
oh
That's
yeah,
that's
the
when
Burning Crusade.
yeah, I did that one. Yeah, Burning Crusade, and then nothing since.
Oh, you didn't play. Oh, after that is the best expansion, Joe. After that was the best expansion
Which one?
ever.
Which one?
Wrath of the Lich King was the best one.
Oh, I did hear
Absolutely.
about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That one was absolutely best one.
Here's the other thing.
Um,
I realized I was
Mist of
losing.
Pandaria, LG is funny, dude. You love the pandas, eh? Oh God.
See,
God.
but what I realized was I wasn't getting enough sunshine. I wasn't getting outside. I wasn't doing anything but sitting at my computer playing WoW.
Okay. Yeah,
That's why I
then
quit playing WoW. It took over
I
my
know
life.
people like that. I know people like that. That failed school because of WoW. So yeah. That's quite bad.
Something that really got
Make
my
sure you still do all
attention,
your things.
and this is, I think we could talk about this because there's a lot of gamers that listen to these sort of things.
Hmm.
Um, there was something that happened in WoW back. This is a long time ago, but there was this one individual who basically their whole life was WoW. Right? They really, really got into it. They played a dark elf
Hmm.
character and was really, that defined their reality. And they put up a public website even about their character, and
Oh
they
wow.
they said, the
Yeah.
backstory their character was, you know, raped and abused as a child and became this dark thing, but they were trying to
What the?
dude, but they were trying to come to the
Oh,
light, right? They had been through all this and they were and
yeah,
it literally correlated to what this human had been through in their own life, right? Well, WoW
yeah.
took offense to that particular statement, deleted their character and banned them from WoW, and they committed suicide. And it became a big
Oh,
it was a big story at the time, and
I don't remember that.
it really illustrated for me though the importance of not losing yourself in a video game, right? Understand, as humans, we need to understand reality and where we are and what that means. And a lot of us that are streamers and gamers and stuff, we do have mental health issues and depression and social anxiety. So I think it's very important to maintain your mental health and to maintain your interpersonal relationships, right? Your family, your
Yeah,
friends, like
absolutely.
remain grounded in your reality. Don't lose yourself in online.
I think so. Mental health. I think everyone in life struggles with that at one point or another. There's no way about that. I mean, I've struggled with it as well. In 2017, obviously the crypto market going up like that, right? Bitcoin went to 20K. I'm not sure if you know. Bitcoin went to close to $20,000. So at one point, I considered myself very wealthy, and all I did was I donated a crap ton of money to all kinds of Twitch streams. Um, I would go into a Twitch stream, and if they would have a crypto donate button, I would throw them an Ethereum at that time worth like $1,400. So people would go insanely happy and whatnot. It was just super nice to see. I love seeing people with happy faces. Um, but then 2018 came, right? 2018 came, and the market went down. I didn't know how to short. So when the market goes down, you can also
Mm.
make money.
Mm-hmm.
But I was only losing money for a good part of it. Um, and then at the same time, that year, that was really bad. That year, right? That year, my uncle got a heart attack. Um, and we wanted to help him as soon as possible. So I also chipped in together with my aunt and my dad um, because we had the most money in the family. Um, so basically, so my uncle could get a treatment in Germany instead of the Netherlands,
Mm.
which we had to pay the full buck because in the Netherlands, of course, a lot is paid by the insurance, but in Germany we had to pay the full buck. So, and just to help him out quick, and then on top of that, like a few other things that had to help out friends and family. So I lost a lot of money. Um, so looking at that, I mean, my mental health went insanely down at that point because of well, one time you're very wealthy, other time you're losing all that money and you have no clue what's going on and like how to get it back. And I think trading is what made me a much stronger person mentally
Mm.
because you need to endure losses, right? And a monetary loss is massive. And then on top of that, my grandma passed away as well, which was so on top of the monetary loss, I had a emotional loss as well.
Mm.
So a few emotional losses and monetary loss at the same time. Yeah, but that makes everyone stronger. I believe that makes everyone stronger in the end. When you get through it, if you get through it, that makes you a much stronger person.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
absolutely,
absolutely. And
yeah,
that's what I was saying earlier about a lot of my guests that have been on the show is they've said, you know, hey, when I was struggling, this is how I pulled myself out of it. And I really appreciate that
yeah.
information because there's a lot of people that could benefit from that listen to these shows. So,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
absolutely. Yeah.
so what did you do to help pull yourself out of that and become, you know, a happier, healthier individual again?
Well, so funnily enough, I went making a lot of content. And I also went out with a good friend of mine. He took me out to like go karting and I don't know, playing laser games or whatnot, quite often, and just having fun. But especially just making content and like getting to learn more about yourself is so important. So yeah, just learning about yourself. You don't know yourself until you go through those things. I think everyone in life will at some point have obviously emotional loss will come, because someone will pass away that you really, really, really love. And a monetary loss will also happen, depending on, people say they are safe when they are working 9 to 5 job. That's not true. You can get fired, my brother got fired from he used to be ambassador for Huawei, the phone and tablet company, for the Netherlands. And then he got laid off because they are, shrinking in Europe. So, then, I mean, he went through a depression last year because of a lot of things. So, I mean, those things also really help. When my brother went through depression last year, or actually this year in 2019, I almost call it last year now because we're nearly in 2020, right?
Right.
But yeah, it definitely helped me because he didn't even want to speak to me. He didn't even want to speak and he had to go back to my parents' place because, I mean, they didn't trust it that he was just, alone sitting in his apartment. Or his house. So, those things definitely they touch you. But what really got me through it, just have some friends. You don't need, people say that, oh yeah, you need to have like 100 friends. No, that won't help. You need to have one good friend. Doesn't matter where he lives. I have friends in Sweden that I actually met, right? That I met, that I met through gaming, and I met them in real life a couple times. So they can be anywhere on the world. I think they can be anywhere in the world. Have one good friend, inside your own country, and I think you'll do absolutely fine. Make sure that he really cares. If he really cares about you, he will talk to you. He will get you through it. And on top of that, you need to find a way to get yourself through it, which is the most important thing. And for me, that was making content. Absolutely. Like I made a lot. People on my crypto channel know, because at one point I was making 2 or 3 videos in a day, which is, I mean, for the algorithm is not good. Don't do it if you want to get seen in the algorithm. But yeah, I did it to help myself. So that's what got me through it. Everyone has their own way to get through it.
Well, there's things that, like, I've had issues with major depression in my life, and I'm actually diagnosed major depressive disorder. And what I realized, I like having other people, like you said, really matters. It really helps. But when you're in that place, it's hard to know that. It's hard to do that, right? To reach out.
I realized that with my brother.
Yeah, it's much easier to just withdraw, right? So what I like to tell people is, do, like you said, do things for yourself. So I know there are some things that will positively impact a human body, like sunshine, like fresh air, like drinking enough water, like vitamin C, right? Like eating correctly. There are things.
Oh yeah, make sure you go out every day. Like, just even if it's just for a walk.
Exactly.
I just walk around, and then I mean, sometimes, right? I wake up, I look at the chart, because that's the first thing I do, and be like, oh, is there a trade? No. I first need to walk it around, clear my head, and then come back, and I mean, even for trading, that helps.
It's actually important that
you get a clear mind.
It's important that you don't go straight to an electronic device when you wake up. Don't go straight to your phone. Don't go straight to your computer. Do something, drink a glass of water. Go stand in the sunshine for 5 minutes. Do literally anything else but jump directly on an electronic device. Because that sets the tone for your day, right? So let's say you wake up and check the sheet and it's bad news. Your day sucks. Your whole day is going to suck now because you started it with that, right? True. But if you start with a nice cup of juice or cup of coffee, sitting in the sunshine, petting your dog, your day started great, right? So it's important to, if you feel terrible, do things to improve your physical well-being. That will help improve your mental well-being. Yeah. Like exercise goes a very, very long way in improving mental health. It actually releases positive chemicals in the body and the brain when you're exercising. So like you said, a small walk. Like I got a dog recently, a couple of weeks ago.
I live in the center of the city, so I just walk around and go to some stores and just look around. And And if it's bad weather, well, obviously then then we don't do it. But yeah, it depends, right? It depends.
I mean,
So
for me, getting that dog recently allowed me. It's a reason to every day go outside and play in the yard, right? You play with the dog, you go for a walk. That has helped me tremendously. I didn't even realize I was in a bit of a funk until I started to feel better, right? That's a big part of being in a funk.
yeah,
Sometimes you don't know that you're that bad off, but try, take care of yourself, love yourself, and we will
yeah.
help. We will love you too. Like that's what it's amazing about D Live community is I can go to Discord, hit up any number of my D Live buddies, and immediately start a conversation and have that human interaction connection with a friend,
Oh, absolutely.
and it really helps. Really
So
helps.
I thought, right? I thought I was depressed until I saw my brother last year or in 2019,
I could see
because
that.
I've never been like that. I mean, where I don't even want to speak to my parents or my brother.
Mhm.
No, I will always love my family. So I know that mentally I've improved quite a lot, and that is well, thanks to it. This sounds really weird, right? But it's definitely also thanks to like taking a loss, whether it's monetarily or emotionally, because you get stronger. You if you get out of it, you will become stronger.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Um,
Yeah, and like the
mm,
season, somebody mentioned seasonal stuff. I mean, yeah, a lot of people struggle with depression this time of year, right? It's dark, it's wintry. There's holidays.
yeah, December. Yep.
You know, um, if- let's look at my literal reality right now. I'm living by myself on a farm. There's nobody here. There's not going to be a Christmas dinner. There aren't presents under the tree. But that's not what's important. I'm with you guys. I'm still enjoying my Christmas very much. I was so happy when you agreed to have the show today
Oh
on
yeah.
Christmas Eve. That's so important. It's so nice to be together with my friends for Christmas. That's what we're doing, right? I don't
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a perception of reality, not the actuality of it, right? So my
Yeah.
brother sent me a present today on Steam. He sent me No Man's Sky, which is
Oh,
awesome,
nice.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, like my brothers and I got together a week ago and spent Christmas together and had dinner and just it's literally one of the best
Yeah.
Christmases I've ever had in my adult life. And it wasn't Christmas. It was just me getting
Yeah.
together with my brothers. I mean,
It's so important to go see your family every. I would say at least every now and then. Every month or so, at least once, because it's so important for us to have someone to talk to for a little bit, and then you can go back to for me just living the crypto gaming lifestyle.
I
That
love
is what I do. So
I love living alone, right? I want to be clear.
same,
I like being by
absolutely.
myself. I find it very peaceful. So that's what's beautiful about live streaming. I can go watch, if I don't have the energy to stream, but I still want the interaction, I go spend time in any number of channels on D Live and have a really great time. If I have the energy to stream, I'll turn my camera on and I'll get the same thing that way. But I get to
Yeah,
do it on my schedule, right? When I want to do it. That's incredible, right? And
yeah,
there's zero pressure to hit any certain number of viewers or subscribers or dono goals or any of that because I didn't put that pressure on myself. I don't find it helpful or necessary to do what I want to do, which is live stream.
yeah. And that actually gets me to another point, right? So a lot of these people are actually gone now from D-Life. But we used to have where we could put Lino in the chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can still do it, and people would see how much is in there. Um,
Right.
and people did that to attract viewers. But
Mm-hmm.
once again, it's just a number that will only go there for that, the Lino. Once the Lino is gone, they'll be gone. So that's not how you create a community. Um,
Yeah,
I, I
baiting
I
people.
never did that. I can proudly say I've never put more than I think 200 in there.
See,
So
and I love when it
mm,
first came out, I put all the money donated to me every stream back in there and gave it back to the community because I really before that happened, I gave all the money to other streamers. When that
that's what I do.
happened,
Yeah, yeah.
then I
That's what I
started
did.
Well, what I started doing was, okay, I'm going to take a little bit of time to show my viewers how much I appreciate them. And any money I made, I gave it back to my viewers. But then what I found out, like you said, was, well, there's people just mining tokens, right?
Yeah,
They're
they
just,
just come in and they want your Lino.
yeah. And it became like
Um,
this huge problem about open the chest, open the chest. And we're like, I don't even know who you are. You've never said anything in my channel before.
yeah,
Like, you clearly aren't here for my content. So I stopped doing that as much, which actually I was kind of bummed because I didn't have the tokens to give to other streamers because I kept giving it away to the audience. And
yeah.
so I kind of stopped doing that as much, but I like that give and take. You know, I like that we can give back to the viewers. I like that we can they could donate to us. We could turn around immediately on DLive and give it back to somebody else, like another streamer, go into
Oh
their
yeah,
channel and donate it. That's amazing.
yeah. That's what I loved about the old one, right? Old the old way where we would get our content bonus and I could give it back to
Hmm.
whoever I wanted.
I miss
Yeah,
that.
right now it's way less. It's way less
Yeah,
because
I
we don't
miss
get the
that.
content bonus like that.
Yeah, because I'm a,
So
like I live. I'm medically retired, and I live on a disability budget, which means fixed income, right? So I relied on those bonuses to be as generous as I was being. So I
yeah,
feel I'm like bummed out that I can't be as generous anymore because I can't afford to buy the amount of Lino that I was being,
yeah.
getting from these streams.
Oh, absolutely. I mean that's what I used to do. Like I would give back my content bonus and then the other. I mean, and then sometimes also way too much of what I earned. But that's just how it is, right? You give back to the community
Mhm.
that you love. So
But I think that's a good point that we should make is don't feel obligated to donate.
oh no,
Excuse
definitely
me.
don't.
Don't feel obligated to donate. Don't feel bad if you can't subscribe. Don't spend money that you can't afford to spend to buy lemons to donate. That's not, we don't, no streamer wants to take food out of your mouth. Don't give us money you can't afford to give us. It's not smart. You need to look out for yourself. So I think that's important to say.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want anyone donating if they don't have extra money for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, go. This might sound very. I mean, yeah, go for yourself first, and then if you have extra, then give it out, right?
Well,
If you are
something
not happy yourself, then like, what's the point?
something I learned the hard way over the years, because I am a generous person, is I I didn't take care of myself in the past. I would help other people to the point of the term would be self-deprecation, right? Self-harm,
Hmm.
where I didn't have enough for myself or my own family. You have to regulate. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. Really,
Yeah,
it's
that's true. Yep. You gotta take care of yourself first, and if you do have some extra, then
yeah.
you can donate that to others. Um,
Well, I think
That's
that's
why
a
when I had the massive amount of money in 2017, I didn't know what to do with it. So I was like, let's make some people happy on Twitch because Twitch was at that time, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I looked for channels that had a crypto donation button and throw them an Ethereum or so. Let's see, and then they will be super happy. And those people are still like they still talk to me this day about about that specific moment. I'm like, you still remember that? Yeah, they still remember it. So it's absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
Definitely is. Yeah,
All right, guys.
some of
Well,
them I got really good friends with.
I think we're getting close to the end. Is there anything that you think we haven't covered that you would really like to share about yourself, about DLive, about streaming, about crypto, like any big topic we haven't hit that you're like they need to know this?
Um, well, as for cryptocurrency related content, when you are consuming crypto related content, make sure who you are consuming it from. There's a lot of people in the crypto space that will put out content that is completely and utterly trash.
Hmm.
Um, that will put out stuff like hacks. Hacks is a scam right now. So yeah, don't when you look at a channel, look at it. and maybe ask someone that you know that knows crypto and ask them like, hey, you know, is this a legit channel, or are they just trying to sell me shit? Because that actually happened.
That's
So
it. I
yeah.
appreciate that because again, a lot of the viewers here today, they're here because they want to talk about crypto, right? And that because
Yeah.
that's what you talk about. So that's a really good advice. Really good advice.
Yeah, I know way too many channels that just provide content for them to enrich themselves. So that is yeah, that's the wrong kind of content. But
For
there's
sure.
a lot of out there. Definitely a lot.
Well, I want to say thank you very much, man. It's Christmas Eve. You know,
Yeah,
it's a busy
definitely, man.
time of year, and I really appreciate you taking your time to come talk with us today.
Oh yeah, I mean today was excellent. So tomorrow I'll go to my my parents' house. So
Nice.
celebrate Christmas there. Yep.
Well, wherever
So
you guys are in the world, whatever you know, religion or holiday or however you celebrate this time of year, I wish you guys all the best. I really hope that it's going well, and if not, just spend some time with us. We're having a good time, so
yeah,
we could help cheer you
definitely.
up. But thank you very much for being here, sir. If you don't mind just hanging out for me 1 second, I'm going to wrap
Oh
the
yeah.
show, and then I'll be right back with you on Discord.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
And we're, by the way, just so you guys know, we're going to host Killer Queen after this. We've been, if any donations that we got today, they're going to Killer Queen. She is paralyzed. She's in a wheelchair, has a medical bed. Her insurance refused to pay for the repairs she needs, and that's crazy, right? Like,
Yeah,
we take. I think a
that's
lot of
insane.
us take for granted that we could just get up and walk around and do what we need to do, right? And this young lady has some spinal compression issues and some medical concerns, and she needs help right now.
Yep.
So we're gonna help her. So we're gonna host her. She happens to be live right now. So we're gonna
Oh,
go in
nice.
there and give her all the lemons that you guys have been so generous with today. But yeah, let me wrap the show, and then I'll be right back with you, Pygos.
All right, sounds good, bro.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for being here. My name's Aloha Joe. That's my nickname. You can't call me that legally, so I go by Author Joe Holt. But this has been a fireside chat. It's something I do here on Dlife, and if you missed it and you want to see more, there's 45, 46 of them now on YouTube. Exclamation point YouTube in the chat will get you the link. But I'm going to put Pygos' show up here on YouTube and share the link with him so he can share it with you guys whenever he wants. You have my legal permission, sir, to do anything you want with that video, just so you know. And thank you guys very much for being here. Let's go spread some love, man. Let's go see Killer Queen. Tell her we love her. Tell her whatever you want to tell her. But I'm going to tell her I love her. Let's go. Aloha, guys. All right, so I'm going to sneak into here and unmute. Here, hop in Killer Queen's chat with me real quick.